Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning. Good morning.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Hello.
Hey,
Oh,
Hey, how
hello.
are you?
very good. How about you?
Good, good.
Everyone.
Yes, doing well, doing well. Had a good night's sleep.
That's the way.
Yes,
Very
doing
nice. Very
well, doing
nice.
well. Had a good night's. All right, we got a bunch of things happening today.
Morning, morning.
Hey, good morning, good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Yeah, we got a bunch of things happening. We got USD CPI, then we got later FOMC. They're keeping the rates the same. It's gonna be a fun-filled day today. Gold, I wouldn't expect much from gold till CPI because, like, if you look at gold right now, it's at a resistance at around 1467.50. So I'd be cautious with that. Brokers are lowering uh, the um, the leverage because of the elections here tomorrow.
Yeah, I just got that email.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I got the email
Mm.
too.
yeah, you guys got the emails, eh?
Yeah. Eh.
Eh? I like. Yeah, so I was looking at GJ, I was looking at buy. I had a buy, I got like 5 pips, I closed it, I wasn't really confident. But now, looking at GJ on the daily basically, the previous daily candle, it broke above this resistance at 143, 150 or whatever you want to call it. And then it closed back inside, you know? So maybe before elections tomorrow, daily is just going to range between 142, 600 and like 143, this 40 pip range. If it's a 40 pip range, I was actually looking at it from the fact that, okay, if I can try to sell it, like sell GJ from this resistance here it's creating, this drop would be pretty good.
It'd be a nice drop.
Yeah, I mean, this candle is closing in 2 minutes. Looks like it's going to close bearish. It's broken the low. Well, I think if it closes below the pre 15 minute, I might want to take a sell. Yeah, probably. I'll probably think about taking a sell here. Let's wait. You think GJ will have a huge sell momentum? Labor is not going to win, man. Conservatives are winning. And yesterday, you saw that news that happened yesterday where this thing fell yesterday. This was the falling after they said that conservatives are going to win. That's why this fell, because they were in, supposedly they were in a lead. So I think if they win, Gigi is gonna have a downfall, and that downfall you can then say, oh yeah, you know what, it's correcting the move from like 4th December. Or if it goes up, man, there's a lot of room for Gigi to go up. If it goes up, we're heading back into 144, 144, 500, and eventually into 146. If you look left, these areas here.
I think if the Conservatives win, I think the pound will go up. I think that news that went down is that so they supposedly had a massive majority Conservatives,
Mm.
and the news yesterday is that majority is narrowing, and so I think it went down on the basis of there's actually now a bigger chance that Conservatives they'll have a majority, but not as big as they thought, and so the fear is over today and tomorrow that will still narrow, and so that there could be a chance that no one has a majority.
Interesting. Yeah, I took a sell on GJ here. Took a sell on GJ.
Good morning, Rakeel.
Hey, good morning.
I was about to take this one,
Oh yeah.
but the thing is that the tiny lower wick or no wick made me doubt.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's at 1 hour support now, Raja?
I don't think so. I don't know. 1 hour support is way down over here. So I'm taking the
okay.
sell based off the.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It's gonna be a good day. Oh, I'm gonna put some pendings for CPI. About to get wrecked on CPI. Because here's the thing, so there are two extremes on gold with CPI. If CPI happens, I mean, let's see what they're expecting here with the news. CPI. Alright, so they're expecting bad numbers, right? So this means gold should fly. If the numbers are good, I think gold's coming down to 1462, but if the numbers are bad, man, gold is heading up to 1472. Easy.
Looks like it's creating a support on the 30 minute.
Yeah, that doesn't really matter when there's CPI.
Yeah.
So all those 1 hour support, 30-minute support resistances, they're going to be blown out of the water.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Come on, GJ. This sell is based on the fact that, you know, there was this support here, and then there was this resistance being created, and this 30-minute candle closed bearish. So as long as this one stays below the high of the previous one, you should have a profitable trade. I've taken, in December, I've taken like 9 trades. No, 10 trades. And I've lost 2 trades. And all the trades have been based on this setup right here. Previous candle closes, you know, the way I want it to close in my direction, and I just take a trade. Oh.
Janna.
Dunde tujhe divai.
Yeah, I was looking for here I was talking to myself this whole time. I was like, man, why isn't anybody responding? forgot to unmute my damn mic. First cup of coffee, guys. Bear with me.
Yeah.
I was
Wait till I get short.
well, I was looking for buys. I was hoping that 30-minute candle would close above. Posted my chart in the New York session. I was getting ready for that buy.
I'll open on GJ.
Yeah.
This
GJ,
one.
I don't know what to do.
That's an ambitious target.
Yeah, I think the problem here is that the chart isn't labeled correctly. You have a stop loss, it doesn't show where your entry is. The blue line, I don't know what this means. It's just too much
Probably the
thinking.
entry.
Yeah. Should be labeled.
I sometimes do the same thing on my chart. I forgot my music.
I am gonna close GJ. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is that look at the 4 hours.
Yeah, what I was basically looking at, I was like, I shouldn't have taken this anyway. because the previous 30-minute candle, even though it closed bearish, but it closed with no wick at the bottom. So I'm probably gonna wait
I
to
think
see.
the momentum is still to the upside.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I still believe in the sells.
Mhm.
Yeah, Carlos, I see the 4-hour here. I see it. Like it has the potential to push up.
Yeah, we are at 4-hour resistance, but this long rejection candles, it make me doubt.
Yeah. So then you gotta stop looking at that then.
You want that? He wants that wick fill.
Yeah, stop looking at it from rejection. Go through the lower time frames and see what the lower time frames tell you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Totally right. I was about to take this one, and I said, fuck, we got clean space. It has to fall at least till this area. Oh, you can put a sell stop below this area.
Yeah, but for that, he might as well just stay in his original position.
Yeah, the thing is that this tiny wick makes you doubt.
Hmm.
Like this one. Yeah, EJ looks better in my opinion.
EJ, I think, is approaching this area here. I think the best thing to do would be to wait to see if I can put pending orders on gold. A lot of people are going to get slipped today. A lot of fuckery is going to happen. Man, I still think this is going to head down. Just probably going to wait. Like if it starts to go bearish, I'll probably enter again.
Yeah, me too.
I'm still holding it. What I've noticed is every time you start to doubt yourself, it goes in the right direction. So I'm just gonna hold it.
Well, that's a good signal. That's a good.
Yeah. Yes. Every single time I get out early because he's like, shit, he second guesses it. It ends up flying in the right direction. So I just hold it, whatever. It's just Starbucks money. Can't have my Starbucks if I hold it.
Won't you wait for 1 hour to close on GJ, Raja?
I'm not in a trade.
Oh, I know you exit, but because if you look on the 1 hour closed above 142.9.
Yeah, but the smaller time frames, they make the overall larger time frames.
Yeah.
I was terrified of smaller.
I entered some on GJ.
Right, what's this? We got a chart coming in. Oh, what is this? Red line, buy entry, blue line. Okay, perfect. Well, you're buying before the news, so good luck with that. I generally don't like to do that. But this is now a nice labeled chart. Oh, there goes TJ.
I say it. He gets out early. Ends up going back.
It would be good to see it break the low.
Yeah, because if this 15-minute candle closes now, if it closes kind of like bearish, then this would mean that the 30-minute has made a high at like 142.950.
Okay, gotcha.
And then should continue down.
Ooh,
My man.
pushing.
There you go.
Yeah. Push it real good.
Good morning. First time with you guys. Oh, thank you, thank you.
Joy.
Hope you have a good time.
Yeah, no, this should continue down.
Yeah. I got
Mate,
it.
the indicator is very good.
The Raja indicator.
Yeah.
There should be a.
When in
The
doubt, just hold
self-doubt.
it. Yeah, when in doubt, just hold it.
There should be a falling rocket over here. Like this.
So take lots of notes. This is how you draw a falling rocket at resistance. Let's see.
Just gotta wait for this 15-minute to close. UK parliamentary elections today. No, they're tomorrow. They are tomorrow. What's this? Do you agree with this buy stop setup? I don't know. I don't agree with this right now because, you know, news is still 2 hours away.
Oro.
Oh, what's this? Oh. GJ, price at strong support. Candle, waited for 30 minutes to flip, bullish for confirmation, took buy, stop loss below. Wow, very nice, man.
Nice.
Picture perfect trade.
I'm guessing that was from last night, though, right?
No, this like a little earlier.
It's London Open.
Yeah, London Open. Oh, nice.
Well,
Nice push.
that's last night for me. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm not trying to be up that early.
Rakeel,
Yeah.
can you explain me how did you enter yesterday on those GJ shorts?
Oh, yeah. So this candle closed bearish,
Yep.
and then I took sells on this candle. It went down to 9-10 pips. I closed, and then it went up. So that was it. That kind of closed bearish. I took a sell and went down 10 pips. I closed.
Oh,
Man, Asian is crazy. I don't. Yeah.
Asian is dog shit these days.
Mm-hmm.
Do you speak Spanish? No comprendo español. No habla español.
Si hablamos español.
No.
Cuando me conviene.
No, amigo. No,
Cuando
no,
me interesa.
no comprende, no comprende.
Él no entiende, pero Roman and I.
Cuando me importa un carajo.
Cucarachas o gratis, por favor.
Una ración de cucarachas. Por favor.
Yes, Ted.
Cockroaches?
Yep.
Oh.
That's from Encino Man with Polly.
Oh,
what's his
wow.
name? Yeah, and they're like learning Spanish in class, and that's the only thing he learns. These cucarachas es grandes.
Damn, that's a whole movie. Alright. I'm gonna have to bail out early today. So I'm about 8:30. I gotta hit the road. Fuck.
What do you do, Roman?
So I'm a territory sales rep.
Oh,
for
okay.
commercial restaurant equipment. I'm a manufacturer's representative, and we're our Tampa team is throwing down for one of our customers out in Tampa. So they asked for some extra hands. I kind of second as our regional chef for Central Florida.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So sales / culinary.
Yeah, when you said I gotta hit the road, I kind of knew he's probably in sales.
Yeah.
Raja, one day I'll be a millionaire and I will fly out to thank you for the knowledge you provide. I think that's going to be a long, 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 long time. So maybe become a maybe 200,000 in air and then fly in.
6 figures is more than enough to keep your life good.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Become a millionaire. It's like making almost 80,000 a month. That's a lot. If you put things in perspective. GP will have news tomorrow. Be careful. Thank you. We'll be careful tomorrow.
Thanks for the info.
Yes. Oh, see, 15-minute kind of closed on GJ. Closed bullish.
Yep, I've got my stop right above that 15.
Oh, nice.
Creating some new support to springboard off of.
Yeah. I know what the fuck is trying to do.
Ooh.
Waiting, waiting, waiting.
So this makes me excited. My original bias might be coming to fruition here soon.
Sounds like a limiting belief type of talk. No, no, no. Just being realistic. Being realistic. I'm just being very, very realistic. It's like that guy, what's his Proctor name? What's his name? Proctor?
Bob Proctor.
Oh, from
Bob
The
Proctor.
Secret?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that guy's an idiot. God,
Yeah.
I wish someone would shoot him.
Close your eyes and imagine millions and they will come to you.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Hold on. Let me go back to bed.
No.
Let me sleep for a few days and I'll wake up and there'll be a million beside me.
Oh man.
I hate those people so much. It's such a farce and a crock. It's such a crock. All those motivational things is such a crock. You know what? I don't need someone to tell me to go eat if I'm hungry.
I liked Jim Rohn because Jim Rohn actually would say you have to provide value. Value is the key.
He actually tells you stuff you can use in your sales pitches, which is
Yes.
pretty awesome.
Yes, but it's all about adding value.
Yes.
As a sales rep, if I'm not adding value, you're not going to buy from me. So
That's
why
right.
waste both of our time?
Yeah. Jim Rohn is great.
Oh man, I wish I could have seen him live.
Man, we'd be on the roads and we'd be listening to his tapes for like hours.
Yes, I still do that.
When you go to a prospective client, you gotta tell them how their life is gonna improve because of you. His southern accent, really thick southern accent.
Oh, you're talking about Zig Ziglar.
Oh
That's
yeah, Zig Ziglar. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Idaho. Jim Rohn is from Idaho.
Idaho.
Yeah, you said Southern accent. No, that's Zig Ziglar. But both old school sales trainers right there.
Are you entered GJ? No. I have no positions in GJ. I had a sell. I closed at 5 pips negative. Now I have nothing. What I'm thinking is that there's this resistance here. I think this was a confirmation, but there was no wick at the bottom, so that kind of kept me out, so I closed early. So the 15-minute I wanted to close bearish. It didn't close bearish. I might think for sells if this 15-minute breaks the low of the previous one, but for now I'm on the fences because now I don't know whether this 30-minute will flip and close bullish or it's going to close bearish. I just don't know that. So if it closes...
Okay, what do you think about gold?
Gold? I don't know. There's CPI, so I would advise everyone to wait till CPI. That's my thoughts on gold.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if we're looking at GJ, we're looking at what price is doing recently, right? So recently, price created this resistance And this was created when the candle closed bearish. But now, recently, what it's doing is, now when you look at it in a way that this was resistance here made by these 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. This broke out. This closed bearish. So if this candle closes bullish, it could be, the next one could be pushing up. That's kind of where my bias is right now. And you can use the previous bearish candle with no wick as like a base of support. This one.
I got out of GJ.
Did my anything I said influence you to get out of GJ?
Every single word.
No. Why? Man. Why would no way? Imagine it just drops from here.
Nah, I'm kidding. I didn't like how it's pushing up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gotta be. Gotta wait here. Because the buys would make sense, like on what I just saw. So I'm just gonna wait. Gold will be amazing, man. If gold can hit my buy stops nicely with no slippage, it would be great.
Good
No
luck.
slippage. You're asking too much, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I'm asking too much. But at the same time, gold can just come, spike down to 1464, 62, and then go up. Because they're expecting bad numbers. I don't know. Is it risky to trade this week with the GP elections? It's not risky to trade anything when there's news, elections, Armageddon, whatever. It's risky when you don't know what your risk is in a specific trade. That's risky because someone can trade the CPI and still be in the risk reward and get slipped and still be within the risk, you know. But if you're not within your risk, and if you trade with the buy stop or a sell stop and it goes south, man, then it's going to be very risky because now you've risked more than you wanted to risk. What do you think about this gold that's coming down? I don't think gold is coming down. It's creating a, like, if you look closely, let's do some quick candle operation over here. If you look closely, they made a resistance and now here they're creating some sort of a support. So gold is ranging here. And then you gotta ask, oh, why is gold ranging? Okay, let's go check news. You check news, you're like, ah, there's CPI news in an hour and a half. So maybe that's why gold is ranging. Because whenever something ranges, it's gonna have a quick breakout, like a fast breakout. So that breakout comes from two things, either market opens or news, you know, because breakouts happen when there's volume in town. So volume is going to come in an hour and a half with CPI. You got to be cautious about that. Hey dude, congrats on the work you do here today. Oh, thank you, thank you. This actually requires no effort at all.
Also, 4 hours is gonna close in 6 minutes, and look at the candle.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, good. How are you, man?
Very, very good.
Hey, you think that I mean, the way I was looking at gold was like bullish if the numbers are bad.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky right now because but it's at a nice little that same sell zone, you know, like if it stays below that level, pretty nice.
Yeah, that's the thing I was watching out for.
I just think like before news, you know, sometimes gold can like spike up a little bit more, like a little bit, like not like that high, but like I think maybe like I'm looking at like a 15 pip range, like 1468.5 to 1470 spikes there before news. And then like but like CPI should be good because it's consumer inflation and like the more people are spending, right?
Yeah.
And like they just added like fucking record number of jobs, so people obviously were working and got money.
So you think this forecast is a fake out?
What's
Like-
the forecast?
It's 0.2 from 0.4.
Wait, sorry, wasn't there's two, right? There's
Yeah.
core CPI.
Yeah, core CPI they're keeping the same, but CPI they're trying to decrease it.
They're trying to decrease it.
Yeah, but
I think that's just because they seasonally adjust. Because like you know how, because this CPI data, right? It takes in everything, like it's like from clothes to like tobacco purchases to like shelter, everything, right? So when seasonal changes and it gets closer to winter, they adjust certain things because like it's already expected that those things will be more consumed. Like for example, energy, like you know you're gonna use more heat in your house. That's just already assumed.
yeah.
Or like right, so stuff like that they adjust for. So maybe that's why they lowered it a little bit. But I don't know. All I'm saying is because this is all about consumer spending and inflation. They added like 80,000 jobs. Like,
So it should be good.
I think it should be good, but you never know. You know, I just think it should be good.
Yeah, you never know.
Like and if you're looking at like probabilities, right? The last 8 core CPIs, only 2 have been bad out of the last 8 years, and every other one is either is on target or on forecast or just a thing, like all the December ones, you know.
Oh, okay. The December
So,
ones.
the last 8 years of December, from like now to like 2012 when I looked at it, 8 were on forecast or good around this time of year, and only 2 have been bad, like 2012 and like some other time. Mostly it's on forecast or stays what they expect. So let's see.
Let's see what happens.
What do you think, GJ, man? GJ was crazy, fucked a lot of people, with that. Sorry my language, but you know where like it spiked up yesterday and came right back in the range. Right?
Yeah.
But that whole thing's gonna be settled probably like tomorrow's the election, I think, or whatever.
Tomorrow, yeah. It's gonna be
Boris-
wild tomorrow.
Boris winning. They're just adding some masala, you know, right now. Like
Boris, yeah.
yeah, they're just playing some game. They're adding some spice to the story right now. But like,
Boris is campaigning really, really hard.
he's going like Trump mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come back. Oh. What are you guys looking at? Just gold?
Yeah, was looking at GJ, sold it earlier, but I closed. But now, just like waiting. But mostly for gold, I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look for like buy stops and sell stops for news.
Yeah, just safest, man. Because remember, look at NFP, man. That shit was what?
Yeah.
This won't be like
Yeah,
that, obviously.
My
but still,
whole
you know?
MT4 terminal froze for NFP.
Yeah, people got screwed. People got screwed in any position if they entered, like, you know what I mean? That's why I told people, or like I told my channel, I told you guys too. You guys are like, nah, man. I was like, if you're gonna put a sell stop, like put it below that 4-hour zone. Everyone's like, that's too deep, and like it ripped through that zone.
My only problem was that my stop was right at this resistance.
And it did, and it went like even if people entered the day before, it would have took them out if they had like risk-free entries on sells.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like it spiked up right to that zone.
I saw the thing went all the way up and then all the way down.
This is what I was saying. Is like you had like that would be safe. That was safe. Oh, shit, over here.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that was wild. You called that though, world record. You won that one.
World record.
Yeah, it was. I knew it was gonna be good too. When I started looking at December, I was doing a webinar with everybody before we came on your live. I was like, fuck, man, this guy's gonna win the bet. Fuck it, every December is like over 200K. Me and Curver are laughing like, yo, this guy's gonna win a world. It's literally gonna say world record NFT. And you see what Trump posted, like a montage, like with music in the background, like jobs.
Yeah, like jabs.
It was funny.
Okay, GJ.
Bro, I'll see you in a bit. I'll be back.
All right. Will GJ continue moving bullish from this point? Look at the 15-minute bullish, 30-minute bullish, closing above these candles here to the left. 1 hour like this, 30-minute.
4 hour closing bullish also.
Yeah, 4 pip stop with the potential of like a. Yeah, there's a potential of
I
some
think-
pips here.
You don't think, Raquel, this will act as a the sun?
Yes. Yeah, that's why I was measuring it. You know,
Okay.
like if I take an entry here, even though if it comes
Yeah.
till this area here, it's like 13 some
Yeah,
pips.
exactly. The thing is that we're gonna create the 4 hour wick, so
Yeah, it's got to be very, very careful with entering and exiting positions. Don't like nothing.
Come on, DJ.
What's your buy stop entry on gold? Nothing. I have nothing on gold. Ooh, wow. It's
Closed it
dropping.
and dropped just as I closed. Fuck.
whoa.
As this 30-minute broke. Short positions should work now.
Yeah. 4 hours it's not closing until 2 hours, man. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was my mistake.
I stayed quiet because I thought maybe you're in some other magical brokerage.
No,
or something.
I was
Oh, drop
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Oh,
should continue. I have a position at 898. 142.898.
Oh man.
It broke the low of the previous 30 minutes. Should continue to 142.780. Looking at daily, this is a problem. Like the previous daily, it broke above, but it didn't close above. It closed below. That's the only problem. So that's why I'm seeing more sells than buys. And the 1 hour also broke below the previous low here.
I'd say the rakeel indicator self-doubt would work.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope
don't
so.
know. I'm just
I would
fucking
say
around.
so. I got it like 898, somewhere over here.
Well done, Roman. You hold it like a champ.
Oh, you held it.
No, I actually closed it.
I held it.
Well done, bro.
Second attempt at sells here. Are you going live for FOMC? No, I'll be busy. Oh, it looks like David is having a
fight in the kitchen.
Breaking some glass or some shit.
Eight. Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, gold would have a nice, awesome move for CPI. We'll have to wait on this one.
What is GG doing?
Hey, good morning.
How you doing, guys? All right?
Good, good.
Chris.
Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, this is just dumb what I'm doing. I'm just being very dumb. I'm gonna go and get some coffee. Yeah, not the really bright ideas this morning. I'm just gonna go get some coffee, gonna wait for CPI, and that's it. Did the bullish candle on 30-minute didn't mean anything to you? No, not really, because I was looking at your JPY, and looking at your JPY, it created a low right over here, right? And I would say that it's in a downtrend, so if it's creating a low, there should be high chance for it to retest that low. So that's why I didn't think of anything about EJ. Excuse me. I'll be right back.
GJ's playing with his head today.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I haven't touched it at all yet. I've got buy stops at 43.10. But other than
Makes sense, man.
Yeah, 43.10. I took a buy earlier and I ended up at break even, just on the pullback. I was considering taking buys then when you all started talking about sells, and I was like, I wasn't sure. Yeah.
Why did you decide to take buys?
Oh, I took buys early on. Where was I?
Based on the 4 hour or?
Yeah, basically, I was looking at the 4 hour, but on the 30-minute. Hang on, let me find where I was. Oh, I don't know what time that'd be. Right.
Thinking it still has to retest that 4 hour high it created.
Yeah, that's what I think. Well, looking at the daily, the way it's flipping as well, I think it needs to create a bit more of a wick. Hang on.
He's about to flip bullish as well.
There it goes.
Yeah. So I took buys at that point there, during that, just on the basis to get up to the top of the range and fill that wick. I got up to where it was and it come back and stopped me out break even.
See, I started
Sorry, Chris, can you repeat that again? You got buys where?
Oh, I've got it on the screen, dude.
Oh, that arrow.
Yeah, I entered at the close of that.
Okay.
To try and fill that wick up to the top of the. Oh, I had the top of that as the top of my range, so I was it's kind of in the range play. It wasn't the best option in the world, to be honest.
I was gonna say that's a brave entry.
Yeah, but the thing is, because it had moved the way it was, and looking at the 4 hour and the daily, it looked as if the daily was pushing higher to maybe flip and get bullish. So I thought, right, I'll go with that basis. So
yeah, there she
I
goes.
see it going back up, and that's why I put my 43.10 as a I should have held what I was really. Probably entered a bit different time. I think maybe earlier.
Thing is that the 4 hour with those two exhaustion candles makes
Mhm.
me think that we're going higher.
Yes, that's my option. I think. I don't. It's hard to say. I don't. Just looking at it on daily and stuff, I can't see it going much lower. To be honest, it don't really make sense. But it doesn't always make
It's
sense.
gonna go to 13 more or less, 143.13.
Yeah. So that's what. Yeah, my buy targets now will be up to like 0.5 or something like that. But then I put. Oh, was I looking at first? Yeah, from just above 143.10. I was looking for a longer term trade. Then depending on how it closed when it got there and how big the stop was, I might be looking to take it back up to like 43.4, something like that. About 30.
But you got a pending, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I nearly took an entry for buys when you guys started talking about sells.
Yeah, because the 30-minute was printing a bearish candle. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just on my resistance was at a slightly different level, just a bit lower. So I had it based off the wick from where was it? You got a big bullish candle on the 6th with the wick at the top, and then it starts to become bearish. It's not on that screen right now.
it's not on the screen on Rakeel's screen.
Yeah, on the 30-minute on the 6th, you've got a really big bullish candle.
30-minute on the 6th. Let me look at it on trading view. Yep.
Right, and then it come back down for that. I used the top wicks there of them 2 or 3 candles as a lot more resistance level now. They bring that all the way across. That kind of the size of that wick was kind of more resistance level for now, because it's kind of played out all the way along this week so far.
So that black candle was a retest.
That's how I saw it. And then now this candle previous to the one we've just got open now broke that. And for me, that broke that as a bullish candle. And I considered taking entries, but I thought it wasn't really a strong enough break, so I didn't. And then it wicked back, and it would have stopped me out, so I would have used the previous 15 or 30-minute as a stop loss. But it wasn't really a strong break, so I didn't. So which I'm glad I didn't, because it wicked back quite quick on the hour.
Yeah, it also went below that previous 1 hour.
Yeah. So that's what I wasn't too sure on. So I'd rather it get up and high. You got a fair bit of like mess to the left now. I know you got the 2 main candles, but just left of that, there's a lot of important area, I think. But
yeah, but you see on this drop, we haven't got like. Let me just show. See, nothing, space. Maybe here, but once we go above this.
Yep. Oh yeah. That's kind of where my above that wick actually as well. I've got my buy stop, I think.
Yeah, I've got a buy stop at 143.010.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's exactly kind of where I am. I was basing
just above all these wicks.
What? Yep, that's where I am.
Around this price, right?
I'm liking how this one's about to close though. Yeah, about there.
Okay.
Oh, hang on.
Wow, people are so fucking stupid. This one guy, he messaged me, how can I join your streams? How can I chat in the streams? I'm like, have you even joined yet? He's like, no. Like,
there's your answer.
Well, how do you know something you haven't even tried? Ooh, someone sent a chart. Let's take a look here. Yeah, GJ finessed me here with the sells and then the buys.
Yeah, I think that was a hard position where it was. It could have gone either way, that, and it looked like
yeah,
it was going, to be fair.
What's
the option
this?
was there.
Place buy stops if it crosses this area. I think this is too high of a buy stop. It's way too high. I would say, like, yeah, that area is way too high of a buy stop. I don't see any buy stops on GJ. I see market orders going up to 143. 143.050 probably.
Yeah, 0.5 is a good target.
This was so messy over here. Man, only if this candle didn't break the low of the previous one would have been nasty buys. Would have been amazing. Would have taken buys when this candle was flipping bullish. Now it's about to close.
It was a nasty liquidity grab.
Yeah. It's a probability, right? I mean, it's probability. Sometimes it's going to happen, sometimes it's not going to happen.
Exactly.
Got to be in it to win it.
Yeah, ooh, someone took buys. Very nice. What I miss, guys? Oh, you missed a 1,000 pip move on GJ. Look at that. Look at that 1,000 pip candle went all the way down. Oh, it's dropping. It what?
Oh,
What's
this
happening?
woman.
Do you see that?
I'm staying out of GJ today.
Yeah, god damn.
Is it
Damn it.
Man, if this is getting very nasty now, GJ. I'm staying away from GJ. Fuck it.
Yeah, I could bust that real quick.
Yeah, I'm not touching it. Like either can bust up hard, making a liquidity wick, or it can just slam down.
Or bust down, Tatiana.
What did he say yesterday? There's no business taking a sell to buy.
Yeah.
There's no business in doing that. Yeah, it's tough at the minute.
How do I send chart? I think you should read the description. Is it advisable to trade later on CPI if my target for today already hit? No. If your target has hit, you should be calling it a day. Because, I'll tell you why. Because, okay, so I'll give you a very cocky example. If you want to be successful and make consistent profits, go through all the live streams and notice how many times, most people here in the stream have taken profits earlier on and they've called it a day. And they've kept those profits. And then we have... Yeah. And then we have guys here who make profits in the start of the day and then they keep looking for opportunities and then they lose those profits. So who's the winner there now?
Yeah, it depends how risky you are, and it really makes more sense to keep the money.
Yeah, exactly. So if you hit your target, tell yourself, I did well today, I hit my targets earlier on, so now I can have an early day off.
DJ been in this range for the past, 5 days now? Almost 5 days?
Yeah.
I've got a feeling it's not going to stay there for long.
We got any news coming out anytime soon for
Yes.
DJ?
Yeah, man.
What news is coming out?
Elections.
When is election? I don't see it on here.
Oh,
Tomorrow.
not now. That's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. I think GJ might just range here, like one of those nasty ranges it does.
I mean, it kind of started one on the 4 hour. If you look at the 4 hour, it's kind of, you've kind of got a range there already, which is a bit boring.
Boring. The only excitement is going to come into markets is CPI. That's the only excitement. Oh, what's this? GJ, 30 minutes. If price closes above this area and retests, I will looking for buys. Perfect.
Oh, like that same thought.
Perfect.
That makes a lot of sense. Because at that point, you should have the momentum.
Yeah.
Yep. like that plan.
So if Boris gets elected, is that good for the pound or bad? Like, what's the perception?
From my personal perspective, I'd say it's good. Just like Sanya said, just on the basis, I think it would get Brexit done quicker, which is what the country kind of wants. But I keep forgetting the other guy's name, but he was kind of
Jeremy Corbyn.
No, the guy I was talking to on here. Sorry, the other English guy. I can't remember his name. We kind of had a difference of opinion
yesterday.
Anyway. Oh, that's you.
So I think so Boris is conservatives, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think if he wins, pound should drop.
You think?
Because he's pro Brexit, right? And whenever there has been news that the Brexit has been delayed, pound has seen a rally. And whenever there's been a decision kind of made on who the fuck is that, man? Come on. And whenever there's been like a decision that okay, Brexit is going to be here soon, then pound drops. So if conservatives are with Brexit and if he wins, that increases the chance of Brexit happening sooner.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm just thinking.
No, it makes sense. That's how people. You got to perceive it. It's how people perceive things, isn't it?
Yeah.
I see it as if he gets kind of his majority, and he, going forward, that majority of his ideas and plans will get put forward and they'll pass. So it should a lot less delay in kind of everything. So that means anything to do with like trade stuff going forward after Brexit. So to get it sorted out after Brexit's done, which should be pretty early in the year if Boris gets his way, that should be done and dusted. And they've got a whole year to kind of play with trade deals and stuff and get them into a better position. So and all their negotiations with other people, which they're doing already. So I don't know. I personally think it's going to be very positive once they get it announced. It's confirmed it's going to be done. If once it's on paper and finished, I think it'd be pretty strong for the pound. I think because we're only going to move forward. So I think the biggest drop that's mainly on the basis that people don't know what's happening. That's the weakness, isn't it?
That's true too.
I think it's the weakness for the pound is because people are unsure what's happening, so they're not sure what to do. So, but once we know we're going to leave, at least it's confirmed and it's done.
I think people are also unsure what the ramifications are going to be with Brexit.
That's it. I think that's why the pound's lost so much power, strength.
Yeah.
That's because it's people are unsure how it's going to affect people. But then maybe for the everyday person, it's not going to affect them so much business-wise potentially. But the everyday person, whether it will be a big factor, I'm not so sure yet.
But the prices are going to go up, normal things.
I think so, yeah. But then if your economy then progresses, then the wages would go up, and so it kind of would even out over time. So I don't know if there'll be like an initial hit where things will be a bit more expensive and people might struggle. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to tell.
It is.
We're just as good as the analysts on Bloomberg or CNBC.
Oh, damn straight. Because we can guess either way. Same as them.
Ooh, someone's taking sells on EJ. I was actually looking at this, your JPY, because it's clean candles here to the left. I was looking at this, but it's stuck in this consolidation area. So best thing would be to wait for the 30-minute candle to close, which is about to close in 6 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
Man, there's pages of that stuff. You can read so much.
I was just say it's a good toilet read.
Yeah, man, but you could go to different places and get such different opinion from different places. So
yeah, I think you could go down a deep rabbit hole with Brexit.
Dude, yeah, man.
Trust me, just don't even try to understand it. There's just no point.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to understand even being in it, and you know, you have to look at the facts. It's just basically you're going to be leaving or not. Deal with the consequences after, or try and get it all fixed.
So on your end, what are they saying the benefits to leaving would be? Or is it just because, okay, well, the euro is dragging us down because maybe Spain is in the shits? Is that what basically it is?
Kind of.
On your end?
Spain, come on, man.
I'm just using you
Choose
as an
another
example
country.
since you're here.
Yeah, Spain's causing all
Take
the-
Greece.
Spain and Greece are causing all the issues. That's the problem.
Spain, come on.
I had to say it. I'm sorry. I think I'm an equal opportunity shotist. All right, I took one at Chris. You know, it's your turn.
Now what are you gonna say of Pakistan? Come on, kick him
I
out,
mean,
Rakeel. Kick him out.
They're not in the Euro, man. We're good.
I've got one of my best friends is from Pakistan, so I dare not do that. But you know.
Yeah, I think things are gonna get expensive, like your groceries and your clothing and all those basic necessities.
Yeah, everything they import.
Yeah,
is
there's been a
gonna go
lot of talk.
Yeah.
Medication can potentially be a bit more expensive.
Yes.
On the basis we've got to bring it in, and there'll be different taxes, this, that, and the other, and whether the supply will be affected.
Yeah,
So,
because like everything that's been imported, I think they will lose majority of the perks if they leave EU.
yeah, I think so. But then you got the whole. It depends how you look at it, like objectively, whether you're going to have right now we can make our own deals. Well, I mean, Boris and Trump have already kind of set a plan for a trade deal which is so much bigger than the previous one, which bring a lot more, economic growth for our country. So that stuff's kind of set in place for when it's done. So there is things in the background that we don't even know about really. So, it's not something that can just happen overnight and actually will be completely fine.
But Chris, you don't think Trump is going to take advantage?
He probably will, but if
it's an opportunity. I mean, the UK right now it would be alone.
Oh yeah. But I mean, as an island, you kind of, I don't know whether it's going to cause a massive problem. I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. I think people are panicking over. I don't know if it's that big a deal, to be honest. Business-wise, potentially, yes.
Yeah.
Not personally for like the normal everyday guy. I don't think it's going
No,
to.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, whether it's going to create more jobs or make wages become better, things like that is what you've got to look into.
Yeah, but how many do you export to the EU?
Loads.
You guys?
A fair bit.
Yeah, so you're gonna lose like quite a lot of that.
I think our biggest one's the US, though. I think I'm not sure.
Then the argument also is similarly they're going to want to import to export to us, right?
Exactly.
So like German cars.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's quite a big market in the UK.
Yeah.
The German cars, and so
manufacturing wise, yeah.
Wow.
Look
at this analysis.
5%. Sorry, go ahead, Rakeel.
Yeah, this analysis just sucks.
Gonna sell GJ? Oh yeah.
I mean, this analysis is one arrow, a rectangle, and another arrow.
Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
The numbers
never mind. I was gonna take another shot. Let me know.
Chris, 45% of UK exports go to the EU.
Yeah.
Yeah, the EU is by far our biggest customer.
Yeah.
I was looking at the imports. That's what I was looking at.
EJ should continue down here.
I think the main thing, they're weighing up the cost of being in the EU against not being in it. That's one of the biggest factors.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't remember the numbers.
The membership fee, homeowners association.
Hey, it's $200 per month. You can use the pool and.
That's it, man. Your yearly subscription went up, man. They're like, nah.
Oh, Jesus.
This is a very nice analysis, but it doesn't tell us what's going to happen now. All it tells us what happened in the past, and it doesn't really tell us what's going to happen now. Yeah, it doesn't tell us what's going to happen now.
Right. Is anyone in any trades? Because I'm considering going for coffee.
Yeah, someone was talking about how EJ is at a support and it's bullish. For EJ to be bullish, you need candles closing bullish. When all candles are closing bearish, it's bearish. You look on the 4 hour, you look on the 1 hour, you look at the 30 minute. Even though this 30 minute broke below the previous 30 minutes, it increases its chances to maybe grab liquidity and then continue moving down because it's clean candles. But for it to go bullish, you need a close above, I'd say 120, 124.70 to go bullish.
Why, Chris? You want to cut?
Yeah, I was just thinking it's taking 10%. If you're in a trade already, I'm going to go make coffee. So I was thinking of a little side income.
I'm in Euro NZD sales.
Okay, man. Right, so you're in for
That's,
10%.
but to be fair, it's my runner, so my
Oh,
to
no,
break
that's,
even.
no, that's count. That doesn't count then. That's can't
Alright.
claim 10% of that.
If it wasn't for the news, this was a good trade setup for a trade, right? Wrong, because the stop loss is too small. The stop loss should be below the green line over here. It's too small.
If you know the news is coming, more trade it.
And the candle is
I think
bearish
he's just
too.
hypothetically speaking, looking at current price action.
Yeah.
Is what he's.
Rakeel,
Hey.
what do you think of this? 15-minute GJ? Yeah.
Oh, no, I was looking at the 30 minute more. It just doesn't seem right.
No.
Doesn't seem right. Like, I'd be more interested in a break above and then kind of like a retest. Because it's really, really struggling here at 143.
Yeah.
So if Chris is gonna go get coffee, I'm gonna get dressed.
Yeah.
Man, that's a double whammy. Some shit's going to move for real.
Right.
Yep. Let's get these markets moving.
I'll be back.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Rakeel, on that DJ, I traded London session off the big push up to where resistance is. If you go to the 4 hour and open it up a little bit, you'll see a lot of, pretty much a lot of issues there. When you look to the left, and like it's really hard to break. If it breaks above and close, and like it will go up to where your gray line is.
Yes.
Because it went up around about 4 this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and it came right back down into range, and it's been struggling ever since.
Yeah.
So it's just something to look at.
Yeah, it's just struggling here. We got elections too tomorrow, so it doesn't help with that either.
Okay.
Alright, got another chart over here. Oh, can't open. Yeah, I think the next trade that I'm going to take is going to be on CPI. For CPI, I'm going to use pending orders for CPI. My lesson to myself is to stay away. Yes. I am staying away from today. For EJ to continue, yeah, EJ's very messy. The only thing I see on EJ is sells based on the previous candle, the 30 minute. But for buys, I would want it to close above 124.70. Because if you want to look for buys on EJ, you want good confirmations too. Because this 1 hour candle, it has the potential to flip in this last half hour, but you want confirmations, and that's going to be above 124.70. Because this is where the resistance was made on the 30 minute for it to continue down, and for it to go up, it needs to break above this resistance. So trading is mostly about just waiting and looks like all markets are waiting for news to overall economy. Yeah, when there's like very high volatile events coming on, you will mostly see the price will just range. You know, there'll be awkward moves, and sometimes, you know, like you'd get stuck in trades. Like I got stuck in GJ sells twice, but I closed earlier, so I was safe. You know, but normally you could get stuck in these ranges, and you can try to anticipate, buy, sell, and like that can really fuck you over. So the best thing is to just wait an hour to just calm down, relax, and then reanalyze. On a 500-pound account, do you guys stick with 0.1 lots, 0.01? I think you need to really identify how much risk you're gonna put on that $500 account. If you're gonna risk maybe, you know, £5 a day, that's 1%, so you might want to use 0.05 lot. Or if you're gonna risk $20, if you're gonna risk $20, how much is your lot is going to be? So 20 divided by, yeah, it's, yeah, 0.13. Oh, yeah, 0.2. If your risk, well, if your stop is 10 pips.
I was gonna say it depends on the stop loss.
Yeah, it depends on the stop too, yeah. Someone sent me a chart. I can't see it. You probably didn't send it the right way. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. Okay, what's this? Someone is in EJ. Oh, sells. Okay. Took sells in pre-London. Yeah, I think what I would do is I would bring my stops down to, you know, the previous resistance, like up over here, like 124.70. If I'm in sells, I would probably trail them down to this area. Why wait, and what do you wait for, if you don't mind me asking? Well, right now, if you look at GJ, we don't know where it's going to go. That's just fact. We look at gold, we don't know where it's going to go because there's high volatility news coming in. And this is the market moving news. It's very important. When there are red folders, these are market moving moves. And we don't know where the market is going to move, so we can just anticipate. And when you look at GJ, on the daily, on the higher time frame, now when I'm looking at it, just makes no sense to trade GJ because, you know, daily is ranging. And when you look what's happening, there's elections coming tomorrow. So that's a market moving news event tomorrow. Oh, and there's Euro interest rates too tomorrow. Man. Fun-filled day this morning and fun-filled day tomorrow. How will volatile with CPI, how do you think analyze the news? I don't know. No idea. We'll have to wait and see. I'm probably going to use pending orders. I'll decide pending orders like 5 minutes before the news on gold. Yeah. Because look at this on the higher time frames, right? So if you look on the higher time frames, we have gold on the 4 hour. If gold breaks above 1467, there's a clean range till 1472. So we have potential to catch all this move up, like a 40-50 pip move up. If gold spikes down, you know, and there's a, let's say there's a 1 hour support created around 1465, and that breaks, we have a sell stop, that's a clean move down to like 24 pips. Or if the numbers are really good, it can also potentially continue going lower to like 1459, 1460. So that's why we gotta wait. We gotta wait for the news. First time here, do you day trade or swing trade? Day trade, 1 or 2 trades. That's what I do. Let's take a look at this chart here. Oh, wick rejection. Retest candle, expectation to see the market drop, awaits for the 4 hour candle to close. NZD USD, again, for anything to do with USD pairs, wait for CPI. But this makes sense. If the 4 hour goes bearish, makes sense. But if the numbers are bad, this can just fly right up to this wick here. Man, yesterday someone told me that whenever you see wicks, those wicks mean that price will reject at some point. I'm like, okay, when? They're like, oh no, we don't know that when, but it will reject some point. So either you use a low risk and take a trade and just wait it out, or you just like, don't. That's what they told me. I'm like, what do you mean wait it out? Wait it out for what? Wait for it to reverse. That's what they said. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, you win. That's okay. Are you everyday live? Well, yes. We are live every day. See this year GPY, the previous 30-minute candle broke below the previous 30-minute candles, bearish. This one is now continuing bearish. If you look on the 15-minute, 15-minute is also flipping bearish. A nice trade idea would be a stop above 124.70 and a TP down to 123.30. That'd be a great trade idea, provided this 30-minute candle continues bearish and it closes bearish. You know what? I'm not sure if someone's here from following the elections or not, but this move was this like a decision made, or was this just like a rumor?
It was a poll that came out.
Oh.
So it's not like nothing's done, but this is the only poll that got it right at the last election. So that's why I think there's a lot more weight on it.
Also, this was just a poll.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Like you said, the people that made this poll, they've been very accurate.
Okay. So it's not like this was just like a rumor and we'll see if it changes or not.
Exactly. So the only thing we've got, like most of the moves so far, like all the bullish moves have been based on polls coming out saying that conservatives have a strong majority. And this is the first one that's come up in a while that said the majority is not as big as everyone thinks it is.
So it's just, they think it's going to be a little bit tighter than first originally set out.
Because what I was thinking was that if this move down was just like, let's say if this poll was like, okay, yeah, they might win or whatever. And if this wasn't confirmed, I was thinking that maybe this move could get corrected.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's confirmed until tomorrow night. So.
Yeah. Okay, then maybe buy stops at 143 makes sense.
Yeah, I got 43.10.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah, I'm at 40. I got one at 43.10 as well.
Perfect. 143.10 is our buy stops. I just placed a buy stop there.
Yeah, I was kind of just above that. You see to the left, you've got that 30-minute big bullish candle with the wicks just above that kind of. That's where I was.
Buy stop. Because I don't know, in the back of my mind, I was thinking that, okay, if this gets corrected, it might get corrected by a big impulse move on the pound. Just go.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly the same.
Yeah. Am I wrong? But on your JPY 30-minute, I see a support showing up. It's going up. Showing it's going up. Well, right now, if you look on your JPY, it's going down. You think there's a support. You think you want to buy, but you have to wait till you actually see it. What we see is the previous 30-minute candle closed below the previous 30-minute candles. This is rejecting now. 15 minutes about to close in 10 seconds. So for now, I see it going down, but what I could think is that there's support. So there's a big difference between thinking and seeing. Ooh, someone held GJ cells. Very
That
nice.
took some balls.
Yeah, took some bowls.
Yeah.
Big old bowls. I'm not in anything. Oh, there we go. See, dropping. Not really keen on anything right now.
Nope. Yeah, sure.
The reason I have the buy stop at 143 is that this is the resistance created here. And if it's going to break, it's going to get broken with a good old-fashioned plowing up. Dope. If that happens, that's going to be the highlight of the year. You know? Yeah, see the 15-minute closed bearish? Oh wow, it actually broke the low there. Yeah, I think EJ has more room to go down. So, you know, if someone's new, just understand, make a note that when candles are all bearish, that means price is going bearish.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
You guys looking at EJ now?
No, I was just trying to, you know, explain a few things. That when candles are going down, its price is probably going to go down, you know.
That looks like it's gonna go to that range you marked, man. Are you into that
No,
trade
no,
already?
no, no.
Oh,
Some guys were talking about buys. I'm like, no, it's all going
nah, doesn't look
bearish.
like.
Yeah. It could easily come down to 120, 340.
I think that whole spike up yesterday was just the setup for because Euro Central Bank rate and stuff tomorrow, right? Or
Yeah.
today? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think that was the setup for that. It's gonna head back. I think it's gonna head down a little bit higher time frame too.
Yeah, I think it should continue moving down. But EJ is currently at a 4-hour support. Well, newbie, if you think it's at a 4-hour support, you need to send a chart so I can see it. Because...
Are these YouTube comments you read?
Yeah, YouTube comments.
Oh, yo, let me check these comments out. Let's see. YouTube. Well, these guys aren't even part of the private Zoom. You know what I mean? Look at these people talking out here in the audience.
Ooh, I don't know about these cells on GJ. GJ is very tricky right now. I don't trust it at all.
Hey, short question. Message retracted. Do you think market is grabbing liquidity for the move of CPI? Gold drop.
You know, the thing about gold, it hasn't really moved much. If it starts moving before CPI, like, you know, like 10, 15 minutes before, I think that would be a liquidity grab.
It already. Oh, you're talking about that question?
No,
Yo, I
just
think
like,
that south spot was a sweet spot. That 1468.5 to 1470. I think that was a sweet spot. Who said I'm gonna roast it? D Castillo. Should I roast these men?
No.
No.
Can you go over how to post a chart for newbies? Well, mister, you need to read the description. And you will figure out how to post a chart. Damn. Hey, I got a buy stop at 143 on GJ.
Let's teach these guys about. So in the chat, what is CPI? What's CPI, guys? In the YouTube chat. What is this consumer inflation data? Yes, that's the name. That's the, what is it? Pure mathematics. So this consumer inflation data, right, is the consumer sentiment of the U.S. consumers, right? This is their, yeah, I know you copy and pasted it, but what is it though? What are these services? What does it cover? What does core CPI cover and CPI? So core CPI, you have to understand, is going to exclude oil, and it's going to exclude energy, and it's going to exclude food items, right? Because these items are seasonally adjusted. So you guys have to understand that this consumer inflation data is seasonally adjusted. So that means they are already expecting an increase in purchases during the holiday seasons and stuff like heating and energy going up with households and food increased by and spending, right? So this stuff is already seasonally adjusted. That's why the CPI forecast has dropped down to 0.2, but we're focusing on the core CPI. So if we look at the economy, and you understand that more consumer spending will equal a better CPI number, and we look at that the last NFP we just had gave us 60,000, 80,000 more jobs in forecast. Just like Wix Don't Lie told you guys it was going to be a world record NFP, and it was, right? So with that being said, doesn't it mean if there's 80,000 more jobs, you have the unemployment going down in the US, that you have more working active US citizens that will also be contributing to the economy and spending more, which means a potential increase in consumer inflation? So you have to understand how the microeconomy, the day-to-day people that are working, if people are more employed and making more, right, they're going to be spending more as well, and you're going to have an inflation increase. And usually with the seasonal changes coming to this, like November, December, just like Wix Don't Lie told you guys about the holiday season, the Santa rally, then the higher chance this inflation figure will be good. What this inflation figure is important for is that this is the main focus that the Federal Reserve, so FOMC later today at 2 p.m., right? The Federal Reserve is looking at this inflation data to see if they should continue to cut rates in 2020 or hold rates in 2020, right? They're not going to be doing any rate cuts today. They're just going to, the investors are going to be focusing on whether they're going to cut rates or hold rates, right? So if this inflation data is good, they may signal at they may signal at putting the rates back up February 2020, 25 basis points, and that might give USD more strength and gold might drop further down. But if this inflation is bad, it's going to be a shock, and you're going to have a correction of the NFP move, right? You're going to have a full correction of that NFP move and gold range again bullish. So yeah, that's it. Wait, I wasn't laughing at anybody, man. That's just how I talk. You gotta take it easy. But yeah. You guys thought I was laughing? That's just how I talk.
It's like, consider this as like a big classroom where
I thought I
forgot.
gave a good explanation about CPI and stuff.
Yeah, that was a very good explanation.
Yeah, I thought that was good. Like I thought that was for a classroom. Like I gave it.
That's A-star presentation, Joe.
Yeah, thank you.
Just standing up at the front of the class.
Yeah. And plus, trying to kill some time. It's about 30 minutes. You know what I mean?
Oh, EJ is dropping. Come on.
EJ, you called it. Those guys are in buys, eh?
What's my stop loss for my GJ buys? For my buy stop, I have no stop loss right now. If it gets activated, I'm looking for a clean push up. If it happens. If not, then whatever. Man, I should have taken this EJSL. I even called it. Damn. It's gonna keep on dropping. Euro is gonna run hard tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a hard run for the Euro. Whenever there's been like euro interest rates. I've noticed that it like they always keep them the same, but they always spikes down and it keeps going bullish. So that's something I'm going to be looking at. Oh damn, Jeevan is slamming his keys.
Man types hard.
What? I'm muted.
No, man.
Now we hear you.
What about now?
Yeah,
No.
now you're muted.
Yeah.
Well, whoever took EJ sells, well, congratulations, you're in profits right now. I'd say to bring your stops at break even. Enjoy the ride.
Very nice.
See, this is the difference between trading what you see and trading what you think. Some people,
Man, that was nice.
yeah, some people thought that this is support, it's going to go up, but what we saw was it's bearish. What's the guy's name who was talking? It's right here on the screen, man. Right here. It says speaker, Instagram.
Yeah, we were talking about Euro USD sales too, and Euro USD is dumping.
Yeah.
Just did a webinar on that.
Before the open as well.
Where is the best point to sell GJ? Well, if we knew that, we would be making millions every day.
Every day.
Every day.
You need to send a chart.
Place when it's not going up.
Oh, come on. Someone needs to run inside the parliament with some Brexit papers so that this can just go up. That's what I picture, you know. Anytime there's like a breaking Brexit news event, I imagine someone ran in the parliament with their fake white hair and said, "Order, order, order! Brexit has been delayed."
Order.
Yeah, and shit just goes flying.
That's kind of how it is.
Yeah.
Man, Euro USD is gonna melt if the CPI is good too. It's gonna be double whammy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel that's fun, nice.
Let's take a look at Euro USD.
Raja's favorite pair.
Oh, it's dropping.
Sure.
Right? Yeah, it's a nice break below that, right?
Don't know wick on that. I couldn't see. No.
No top wick, man.
Video.
What, on the hourly? That's an hourly candle. It's about to close in like 2 minutes. It's gonna
Yeah.
close like, that's a lot of seller pressure. Bro.
Yeah.
Oh boy, CPI is gonna be fun.
Oh boy.
Because if CPI is bad, man, Trump's just gonna tweet about the Feds today.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Yeah, he's just gonna get angry at the Feds, and gold's gonna go higher than the NFP. But let's see, Santa's coming, you know. I bet Trump's gonna post a next Photoshop picture is gonna be him as Santa. Watch. no, watch. For Christmas, he's gonna do it.
Giving out trade tariffs.
You know, yeah, when I first saw that, I was like, yeah, this could be like a troll account. But then I had to double check.
What, the Rocky, the shirtless picture?
Yeah.
Right?
I had to double check. Is this real?
Who does that?
All right, what's this? Someone sent a chart. GU buys. Well, then you want bad CPI numbers for these buys to work out. I mean, looks good too on the 1 hour. You had this 1 hour that closed above resistance. This one was kind of like could be like a booby trap candle, but this one is about to close. So I don't know.
It could be a little bit of fake out if it closes back in that range, but
yeah,
it's pretty good rejections. GBP got strength too.
It looks good to go up if you look at it. But CPI can throw a...
Oh, 30 minutes, sorry.
All right. You think volume right now pushing down can be an indication that buyers will push on euro, USD, CPI could be bad? I don't know. A lot of things can happen. With CPI, a lot of things can happen.
And then FOMC later too.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to place a buy stop on gold at like 1467.80. 5 minutes before the news. We'll see how it goes. Not right now, but 5 minutes before the news.
Yeah, not now.
People putting buy stops now. Gets activated.
Yeah, you damn right.
They're like, bro, buy stop activated. What should I do now?
Yeah, you know that happened.
Yeah, the worst is, what should I do now? I mean, close it if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Ooh, someone sent a chart. Let's take a look at this. Oh, sells on EJ. Just moved my stop loss to BE, got stopped out as soon as I did. Is it bad to re-enter on this retest? EJ. Yeah, I mean it still looks good to go down because now when you look at it from this perspective that this was support created on the 30-minute right over here, because the 30-minute candles, because now you got to tell a story, right? 30-minute candles came down, this went bearish, this went bullish, so it formed a support, right? Then it went up, this candle went bearish, so it created a resistance at this point here, 124.60. And then this candle broke down. So now if this is doing kind of like a retest to continue down, so your stop should be above that area there. So it's like a support, break, and retest to continue down. Because you got to look at individual candles here.
That would have been a good example for us. You know, them slides he did.
Yeah.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah, those slides were awesome.
Yeah, I think so, man. That's a great idea.
Because I always thought about, like, when people do presentations, they have a chart open and they're like, oh, so you see this high over here and this over here and this over there. And so, like, hiding candles and playing them through, I think it's much more educational.
Yeah, that's what I like doing on simulator. That's good fun.
Yeah, I remember the day I came up with that idea. I was super high and I was like, how can I make this better? And I'm like, if there was a way to hide these candles.
That worked well, actually. I think it worked really well.
Yeah. Oh, we got almost 1,100 people here. Well, if you're new to the stream, make sure you watch the introduction video in the description.
Yeah, and give it a like.
Yeah. That's going to tell you how to post charts. And then we can analyze those charts. What's this? You might consider always mentioning you trade news events and a special discount. You don't mind losing 100% off. Yeah. We'll see what happens on this one here.
To buy some gold.
Oh.
Yeah, and this is my second buy, so I had the previous one that went up.
Damn.
And then I re-entered when this 30 minutes closed bullish and the wicks kind of making a going up on here. So let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna place a buy stop before the news.
I got like a tight stop at the bottom of that bearish wick. So just risking a small amount of my profits. That's it.
Small amount of 10 lot over there for Kivan.
Nah, this is a 5.
Oh.
That's going deep. There's a good fact in the chat. CPI history has never been good in December since 2014.
Well, if someone's trying to trade CPI here, I would say put aside a small amount you would be okay to lose and trade that with CPI.
Yup. Then we get the whole slippage questions later on.
Oh yeah, everyone's gonna get slipped.
Maybe you should write that on the screen now, dude. But don't complain.
Yeah.
Coming.
All right. Let's take a look here.
GJ's boring.
Looks like GJ is getting close to my buy stop over there at 143.
Yeah, I was at 143, 100, not 10.
Oh.
I don't. Not that you should change what you're doing, but I was looking at on the 30-minute above the kind of previous resistance area. It's kind of just above where you got your top range, actually.
Yeah. Please talk more about Forex Family. Well, the Forex Family comes on these live streams every day, and yeah, that's about it. I mean,
it's more than that.
I don't know what else you want me to say.
It's a good way.
The co-founder name is Ted.
Yeah, Ted is the founder name.
Yes.
So,
and
it was founded in 2016, I guess, or 2015, 2016.
We are a great family.
Yeah, it's a good platform.
We have students in all 79 countries.
All kind of countries.
Huh? If they have internet, they're part of the Forex family.
See, now EJ is respecting the high of the previous 30-minute candle, which increases its chances to continue.
Yo.
Hey, you're back.
What? Yeah. What's up?
Yeah.
Yo, I don't like how gold didn't make a top wick, but it's a little fishy. But I hope it goes down.
Oh, you're aiming for sells there.
No, I was already from that sweet spot, right? That 14, the sell spot from yesterday. But I didn't like how this hourly didn't make a top wick when it opened, and it's still holding this level, but it could just melt. Depends on CPI.
Oh, buy stop about to get activated.
All right, fam. I gotta head out.
All right, man.
Take care, Roman.
See y'all tomorrow.
Good luck with the new film.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, boys. Buy stop is about to get activated here. So close.
Goes like 2 pips away from stopping me out.
I think it was pretty risky.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, shit.
There it is.
Lucky, man.
Do you guys trade binary options? No.
The fuck?
No binary options. This is the United Nations of Forex right over here. Are you affiliated with IML Academy? No. This is no IML over here. I have a buy stop at 143. Uh, 5-minute analysis on GJ's leading to sells. I highly doubt that. I would like to be a student but can't afford the fees. Well, you don't need to join or pay. You can just come over here and have a good time.
Free?
Yeah, for free. Yeah, Anthony, you're right. CPI, I mean, it has sometimes, it can whipsaw, sometimes it can keep going. I remember this one time I had a sell stop on gold on CPI, and CPI was really, really good. What happened was gold gapped 40 pips, it gapped my sell stop, and then it fell 60 pips more. Yeah, so I got lucky over there. And sometimes it just whipsaws and just fucks you both ways. So you gotta keep protection on and you gotta stay calm. If GJ hits your buy stop, what's your take profit? I think I'm gonna shoot for 143, 150, or even 143, 200. But I'd be looking at. So my idea with the buy stop is for like half of this candle getting corrected to like 143, 250 or 200. That'd be good. Ooh, gold's gonna keep dropping here. This will be interesting.
1468. Oh, nice. If it holds on. If it stays below that too.
But if GJ starts going up, that means the daily will flip.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been looking for that for a little while.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why the buy stop is at 143.
It has a weird wick, though.
Yeah.
Oh crap, I missed that.
Did at the start of the week it makes sense to come back like that.
US news will affect GJ. Well, in the time being, like there's going to be shock effect, but not overall like market moving effect. That shock effect is going to come by like the change in the USD and then that affecting JPY a little bit, but that'll be it.
It's like an earthquake and then getting little after tremors.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's how I see it.
Will this news move the market like NFP? I've never experienced a CPI. I'm just watching today. No trades for me. It can, like a lot of things can happen. It can just not move at all. It can just spike up and down, or it can just keep on moving.
If we break this, if we hold this level, then we break 1455. 1455 first target. CPI is good. 1460. 1460 is first target. Then if we break 14, then we're going 1455.
Okay.
Heavy target, man. It makes sense though.
Perfect.
Because it's just gonna add to the great NFP numbers, and then U.S. stock market's gonna be super strong. Feds will be more laid back, and maybe signal at some USD strength later too, because that'll be two strong rebounded CPI reports and good jobs. But like, let's just see. If it stays below that level, it should be good.
Yeah, do you take into account like last year's performance with CPI numbers and stuff? Do you look at stuff like that?
Yeah, that's what I was telling. Like, I'm not last. Like, I look at this like every December for like the last like 8 years.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So when I did that, basically out of 8 reports since 2012, 6 were either on forecast. They're mainly on average on forecast, like what they already expect, right? But 6 were on forecast or good, and only 2 were missed. So if this is a miss, this will be the third in like 9 years.
Yeah.
Probability wise. So let's just see.
Yeah, I didn't know how you viewed it, whether you went back as far as that, but yeah, I'll do the same.
Yeah, that one's always good. That's really effective for certain like stuff, especially like retail sales. You know, like seasonal affected stuff.
Yep.
Really good. We got 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So slow.
All right, someone sent a chart. Arrow up, arrow down, up and down. Nice, perfect. Makes sense. Man, imagine price went left and right instead of going up and down.
I'd have to turn my computer on the side.
Yeah. Like if it went up and down and left and right.
Man.
Okay,
No,
guys, we're gonna spike to the left and then we're gonna move up. Yeah.
Imagine the indicators people would invent. That'd be mad.
Yeah. EJ made a fake out. Yeah, it looks like EJ is coming back up here. All right, we got almost 12 minutes left for CPI. I'm gonna use a buy stop at like 1468, above the previous 1 hour wick here, and a sell stop probably. Man, it's so hard. Probably like around 1464, 1464.50. Because then there's enough room for it to drop till 1462 and then hopefully, Jimin's at 1460.
Yeah, 60 would be it.
Damn.
I think below, yeah, like where your arrow is, where your line is even.
That'll be $2,000 on a 5 lot.
Shit.
But I'm thinking, should I put aside... Oh, forget.
If you do it, like to do your buy stop, if you do the buy stop, sell stop, you're gonna get it if you put it above, or you know what I mean. You're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My buy stop on GJ is about to get activated.
Because if on gold you put it above the 1460, like you put it above 1468.5 ish or that previous wick.
Yeah.
And CPI is bad. It's gonna break that and correct the NFP move at least, right?
Yeah.
So like you have that range up there at least too.
My buy stop got activated on GJ. Well, now we're in it.
Have you still got funds left in that NFP account?
No, I withdrew.
Ah, shame. I was gonna say you could use that.
Yeah, I withdrew.
Play.
All right, mate, we're in it.
You're in what?
Buy stop got activated.
Ooh.
Daily's just about to flip bullish as well. It looks good.
Yeah.
His comments are jokes.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, the spread literally activated my buy stop.
Yeah, I haven't been activated yet.
Raja, it's just 15 minutes before the 1 hour candle. I know, but it was a buy stop. God damn, man.
God damn.
Let me live.
Let me live, man. Let price do its thing.
Oh, gold, we're gonna make the top one.
Yeah, it's pushing up here.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, someone's in buys on UJ. Oh, UJ's.
We've been in UJ buys since like that's the 108.5. I sent it to you, man. You guys don't want to listen.
Yeah, I mean it's looking nice for buys here actually.
To continue?
From a candle, looking at candles. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Oh, this is great. If gold is retracing, this is great because now I can have a sell stop even tighter.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, gold's going down with you.
Perfect.
Oh, who is this? Who is that? Yo, who is this guy coming from the shadows?
It's going to wick up and then down, literally the same as NFP. If it does break, it's touching that 1473. If it does break up.
Yeah, that NFP correction.
Yeah, well, it's for me. It's just the last break, and part of a correction. But the break on the daily, 1472, 1473.
What do you got? 8 minutes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In fact, yeah. Do you know what? On the daily, yeah.
All right, boys.
Even.
Oh, it's still got time.
What's up?
Yeah, I've changed mind. This is breaking up to 1473. It's going to give it the momentum to break 1468, which it's from.
You think it's going to correct the NFP move then?
Yeah, I think it's going 1473.
Oh,
the break of the last daily.
I like that. That's good for my buy stop.
Yeah, so hold it. But Rakeel, if you have sells as well, it could wick down to 1463, then up.
Perfect.
That's hectic.
Perfect.
What? A wick down? It's only a 20 pip wick down. Is nothing.
Oh, 1463. Yeah.
Yeah, 1463 wick down. So 25, 30 pip wick down, then up. But I'm not trading because I don't do news. I've been screwed over too many times.
Oh, my buy stop is going in profits. Come on. Keep going. Oh, I'm up 0.2 pips. Daily candle is also going bullish here a little bit, which is good. Just gotta
I want to
see.
trade GJ if we break out of that daily range.
Yeah. All right. Time to put buy stops and sell stops here very soon. If CPI is green and core is same, we should see gold down, right?
Yeah. It might not be as big of a move, but it should be taken as good data.
Yeah, because core CPI, if it's the same, that means good data.
Yeah, like they're expecting that because it's on target, the core.
That's how that's how it'd be viewed.
Yeah.
Euro USD did a full pullback like that. That might have been a fake out.
Yeah. EJ as well.
EJ as well.
All right. Is there a way to close all positions on MT4? Yes, on your computer. Ooh, someone's in gold buys. Damn.
They're already in?
Yeah, they're already in gold buys.
They got in early now.
Look at gold stop me out now. It's going back bullish.
That's a lucky block.
All right, boys. Here comes volatility.
I think it's gonna fill the daily wick. This is the volatility to fill the daily wick.
Spike up there.
Yeah.
All right.
Daily
So
was it full no or partial filled?
Okay, so I'm going to be watching my GJ. Well, if I have a stop on GJ, my stop is like below the current 30-minute candle on GJ. That buy stop got activated. On gold, I'm putting a pending at a buy stop at 1468 and a sell stop at 1464.60. Yeah, that looks like a good idea. 1468 buy stop. And 1464.60 sell stop. Okay, boys, we're ready.
Yeah, someone said, yeah, if the core CPI is red, then it drops and gold will correct NFT.
All right, let's see what happens.
Take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. It's like the final exams, you know, you're just anxious and ready.
I can hear some heartbeats.
Well, GJ looks good for buys here. My buy stop is still hanging in there. The 15-minute candles are closing bullish. So, I mean, it should take me to the promised land up there.
If we didn't have news, yeah, but with news, you never know.
Oh, who's this guy? Ben Syncratic is flooding the chart over here. Let me just put him in timeout. Yeah, timeout. Trying to smoke some meth and have fun. Perfect. Let's do that.
What?
Yeah.
We got a whole bunch of crackhead traders.
We got crackhead traders here.
Rakeel, are you closing if it hits that 1463 or you're holding?
I'm probably gonna go at like 10 pip profit.
Minute left.
Minute left, yes.
Looks like it's gonna flip. Oh, it's flipping. It's just flip, but let's see what happens.
Man, if it
Come
flips
on.
closer to my buy stop,
You're good at the zones you got yourself set up.
Yeah, it's above that zone.
Yeah, if core CPI is 0.1, then MFP will be good. Let's see if this sell spot looks too. EU did a full flip.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Uh-oh. Might as well.
Then these buys are definitely good, man. Definitely gonna push up, fill that daily wick.
Do you have a sell stop for gold? No, my finger is on the X right now. Yeah, my fingers are on the X right now.
Yeah, I got my bias set. Okay.
All right. Wow, it's not moving at all, man.
What? It's like 10 seconds left.
Oh, we ain't done yet. Yeah.
Here we go.
Push down, then up.
Oh. Oh.
Nothing. What a dud.
Oh, it's moving down.
Let's go. Wait and see.
No, wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
CPI is
I was gonna
good.
say
Core CPI is on target, and CPI is good.
this is like Chinese fireworks.
Let's see what it does. Let it cook. Let it cook. It might make a top like. Was it? Wait, is that the right thing? Was it good? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
0.2.
Stupid.
And then CPI is 0.3, better than the forecast.
Yeah, I closed my buy stop here.
Yeah, that's sketchy. That is.
I removed it. And I removed my sell stop as well.
How?
I was expecting a quick move.
GJ's worked a little bit.
Yeah, G
I
just
think it's
moving up.
gonna. I think we gotta. Yeah, let it cook. I think you gotta let this one cook.
Don't know what you go down. For unexplained reasons.
What a stupid one, man. I was expecting a quick move.
How? Yeah. Not even a thing.
Nothing.
I think UJ moves more.
Maybe it's just holding for this afternoon.
Wow, man, CPI was good.
FOMC probably waiting for, or
Yeah.
if we get a bit of a dip during the stock exchange open, 'cause
Yeah.
they'll take that data and say it's good, you know. But that was weak right now.
Yeah, that was a weak move. Pretty disappointed at this point.
I guess FOMC is gonna be big. It better be big at FOMC. The news prediction was correct though, so at least people learned something.
Yep. Yeah.
That was
All right.
Don't buy Chinese fireworks.
I mean, I was so hopeful that I'm going to make some money on this move, but damn, man, nothing happened.
At least TJ is
Probably gonna move at NYSE or probably market's been slow, probably waiting for FOMC, you know.
Yeah. I mean, 1,300 people showed up for what? Nothing.
What about GJ? Did your GJ trade do anything?
Yeah, it's still in.
Yeah, nothing moved. At all. Nothing really moved.
No.
Let's wait 5 more minutes.
See, for gold to go down, if it breaks below, let's say 1465, it's heading straight down to 1462, 100%.
Yeah, 1460 is gonna go there, then 1455. But
Yeah.
I think it's wait for. Okay, wait. So now though, if the CPI was good and core CPI was as expected, and the overall CPI, like with what we all talked about, was good, this is gonna support the FOMC or the Feds to be more bullish towards the dollar, right? So they might be more laid back. They might stay back on cutting the rates again and talk about hiking the rates back up like 25 basis points in 2020. So if they do that, it'll signal more U.S. dollar strength, but Trump might get pissed. Trump might say, fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh, Trump just arrived somewhere. Trump's about to speak right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, where is he? He's in Hershey, Pennsylvania. He's on center stage right now for a mega rally.
All right, GJ is moving here.
Yeah,
All right, no.
Come on.
I'll see you guys later, though. That was weak.
Yeah, that was weak.
That was down, man.
All right, dude.
Peace, guys. See you later.
Oh wow, someone has a gold spread of 6 pips. That is
man.
really high.
Fuck that. No. Won't be playing that game.
Yeah, man, that's super high.
Too much. That makes shit hard unless you're playing long-term trades, but that's
Yeah.
hard.
My spread on gold is like 1.6 pips.
Yeah, I've got 1.6 to 1.8 ish on the moves. Do you have do you have fixed spread rates, or do you have like variable?
Yeah, it's variable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it varies from like 1.6 to 1.8 to 1.3 to 1.6.
About the same, yeah. Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
average about 1.6.
I got 0.6.
0.6, dog. You big dog. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're with IC Markets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm the same.
That's cool. You're
Two
paying,
buys.
you pay commission though, right? Come on.
Yeah, I do raw spreads. I don't
Yeah,
do
yeah.
the standards.
Yeah, I'll get you.
Wait, how are you with icy markets and you're from the States? Actually, no, you probably have your friends. I find it interesting.
Oh, GJ.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
GJ's moving.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Come on, GJ.
Oh, GJ.
Yeah, this is that daily flip, man. It's
Come
nice.
on. Come on, just fly. Like
Fly.
an
Fly like a meatball.
future.
I'm not gonna lie, that buy stop once it got activated, it got me a little worried. It's too early.
But it's just, again, it's same as yesterday. It's slow.
Yeah.
It's not massively quick, I mean, and they can't live in
Oh man, look at gold, man.
Oh, what?
Look at gold.
Wow, gold's gonna
the
push up
seaside.
over here. Ooh, gold is pushing and GJ's pushing. What to do? What to do?
Man, Kavon, you had the options
Oh,
there, bro.
gold is moving.
Hey, Rakeel, you on gold right now?
No.
Jivan said
mean-
it, you know, just wait 5 minutes.
Alright, so
wow.
I'm at almost like 10 pips. I got 10 pips on GJ, and I'm putting stops at break even and securing 10 pips.
Okay, motherfucker.
Beautiful.
That was beautiful.
That was a beautiful trade.
Very nice. Brother.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very
Beta.
nice one.
I think this is gonna fly, man.
Well, if you guys like this GJ buy stops, you should give a like on the stream.
This is where I'll be looking for gold buys. Like if the hour closes above 1468
Yeah.
and retest it, or pretty much as deep as 14. The top of those wicks on the 30-minute 1467.30. Like it'll push down to test, and that would be the premium entry. But I'll take the 1468 to not miss the entry, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If it closes above 1468. Because then I see it heading up to retest the daily that it last broke at 1472.
That makes sense.
Wow.
Chris, are you in, GJ?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So if you look on GJ, the daily has flipped bullish. What we was talking about earlier. Oh, it's still pushing.
So are you holding that Rakeel for that wick fill on the daily?
Yeah, I took off half position and I'm letting half run.
Yeah, I got targets at 350 myself.
I got 20 first target.
Nice.
Well, I closed half already, but
I believe it's going to mirror those candles. Like,
Yes.
it's just, it's definitely going to mirror those big. I swear I talked about this yesterday, didn't I? Or was it with a different pair? Yeah.
but mirror those candles will be.
This is
a
exceeding
lot.
daily support, daily resistance.
It's a lot of pips, though.
Yeah, which is, I think, potential.
Someone asked, what's my second target on GJ? My second target on GJ is wherever this runner takes me. I think like 143, 250, 200 would be pretty good.
No, that's acceptable. I think if you're going to hold longer, you can potentially get 350, maybe more. But I think short term,
Yeah.
I think that's a good target.
20 is my target, let's see.
Yeah, looking to the left in the wicks, previous to the big candles, get to the top of that area ish.
Yeah, if we can get above 11, the next target will be 20.
Yeah, I see exactly that. But then once you get past there, you kind of got a free shot to like 350, I think. As long as you can get past it, it's kind of like the daily resistance.
350, because that's the low of the wick on 1 hour, right?
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at the daily now, this could be like a massive rejection candle.
Going to 500.
All right, 500.
Come on, Ted.
Okay.
Let's go, Ted.
If Ted says so, I'm going to hold it.
Yeah, it's going to 500.
Yeah, it's got. See,
Yeah.
I've got more backup now.
You see, if you look at the left, we have space.
Yeah,
Like,
we have a lot of space.
Oh, look at that!
Oh,
This is moving.
God damn it, Ted! You could have come and
I
said
was
that.
waiting for Ted to speak.
Yeah, man. Ted is like GJ's owner, you know, like attack, move.
Yeah, Ted's a market maker, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so happy with this buy stop. Wow.
Got you, man.
Amazing.
What did that guy say? The 5 minute was setting up for sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, good work. Unlucky.
Anyone who's selling GJ is an idiot.
Yep. This was a nice pullback.
Let's look at the challenge account.
There'll be pullbacks.
Oh, snap. I'm gonna
talked
see that,
yesterday. Like yesterday, we talked about pullbacks with GJ, and it pulled back pretty hard. But overall, it's going to continue moving.
Well, this is just.
Are you not worried about this area a little bit? Because I see like a 4 hour zone on this. Just to the
Hey,
left.
Kavan, did you see Q's Instagram yesterday?
Yeah,
he
I
was kind
saw
of
it.
pissed about. Yeah, he was kind of pissed about. Oh, the guy didn't do anything right now. Sorry. And I was looking at the torch chart. I don't see any trades other than a
Yeah,
few losses.
I think he shut down the account.
Oh wow.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, man.
he
Who's
should-
that?
Yeah.
Mute him.
Oh, that's not me.
That's Kevon's tea.
Oh,
Kevon's tea.
I thought it said
Kavan, were you making soy CT?
Yeah, I'm making seriously.
That's what he said. His team.
That is nasty. I can't drink that shit.
Man, these buys were so good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We just got to break through this area here. That's going to be the challenge. But once we do, we're good.
Yeah, I think we've got enough. Fucking.
Chris, you mates don't drink tea anymore.
You what? I don't drink
I
tea.
said you guys don't drink tea anymore. All I'm hearing is coffee.
Yeah, I drink coffee, man. That's probably because of my job. I haven't got time to sit down and drink tea and cake, man, or with my scones or whatever they are. My cakes.
I've got a cup of Earl Grey right now.
Oh, see, that's a real man.
Gold is pushing too.
Yeah.
Pushing hard.
Ted, why is gold pushing if the CPI was good?
Probably priced in.
Yeah, because I looked at it and I thought it was gonna fill the daily wick, so that's why I took my first buys on gold, and my second one got stopped out. But
You are good boys.
overall, still a good day.
Yeah, the thing is with gold, remember, when gold is trending, it rarely breaks trend. It's very hard for gold to break trend. Gold is,
Especially for CPI. I understand
Yeah.
if it was like rates or something.
yeah, and it might be just setting up for later too.
Yeah, I think with that coming too, makes sense. Same as GJ Manson, got that party for the party sign.
Yeah, once DJ pops past this area, we should be good. I
Mhm.
mean, the first target should be the top of that zone.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be slow and steady. Yeah, I wanted to get GJ buys when Rakeel was talking about it. I was busy doing other things. I saw the same thing as soon as it broke above that area because it was already bullish. So it's like now we got the final push for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I got stopped out at 9:20 at break even, and I was like, damn it. So I tried to get in just a bit before, but then I got in over the buy stop instead. So it was definitely coming. It's just slow.
Yeah, I had my buy stop there for the last like 3.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for it to break.
Well, we did say it makes sense.
Man, if FOMC they will keep the rates the same and that will push dollar higher, maybe I think gold is going to continue up, and that would be like a liquidity to drop later on. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Oh, GG's on the move.
Yeah, GJ should go a little higher.
Oh, you still have your rudder on, Rakeel?
Yeah.
Rakeel's runner's gonna go pretty massive.
Oh yeah, because the clean candles, man, clean candles. Look at those.
Look at this.
Yeah, the candles. Very helpful.
Oh,
I Ted got up again.
This area right here, that's the only area I'm watching because we could reject, this candle could reject right over here. So just be careful right around there. If not, we're tapping into this area here. Now, the thing is, when you look, that wick, oh, wrong thing. That wick and this wick sort of tap and touch each other. So that might be an area of contention.
That's exactly where my.
So just be aware. But the good thing is, if it pushes, it'll just do a quick push through, and we should get all the way back up to 400 at least.
Yeah.
We just needed to break through that area.
It's a very nice target.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 350 is quite suitable.
Yeah, you'll see in the next. I'm hoping in the next 10 minutes or so we get a good run. With this 15-minute candle. This 15-minute candle should give us a good run. The 15-minute candle should get to 350. If things are going according to plan, we should get to 350. Because that 15-minute candle to the left on the 15, so if our kill goes to the 15-minute,
Yep, that's exactly.
you have this candle here to fill.
Yes.
So this should fill all the way there.
Yeah.
That's ideal. If we get the move that we should be getting. Just like I said, we're in a big zone, so it's going to bounce around and do stuff. Yeah, once that 15-minute candle takes off above that previous area, we should be good. It's starting to now. Starting to load up a bit. We'll see.
Yeah, this was a very nice move.
Yeah, I couldn't it not happen in the way the daily was. It just had to come back the other way, and it just made sense. And it kind of started to look like a very good rejection off the bottom of that daily zone. Got the support.
Oh, we're approaching 143,200 here.
Yeah.
I think my original target of 844 is well within reach, to be honest with you.
Well, I really think 540, 550 is within reach. I would say as we approach 440, that's when we should start to look to take profit, but I wouldn't be surprised if it just bounces right through that.
Yeah. Yeah, the same as normal. Once it gets going, it tends to keep going for a while.
Newbie. Why most time GJ Direction Asian get reversed by London session? Because the London session, the Asian session is creating the daily wick to continue the direction of the trend. And that's where it comes to when we talk about telling a story. If you look at how each session works together, you have to create a daily candle. How do you create a daily candle? Each of those sessions help to add that. Can you explain this might be the last push today? Yeah, because we're going to have the London close coming, and North American session isn't going to be running GJ too much, right? So this is the time where you have the most volume, so this will be your last push. You can also just go and back test this and look at previous daily candles and times at this time, and you'll see the same information. I mean, I haven't found anything out that I haven't just been able to look at the charts and see over and over again. I think a lot of people need to go back onto the charts and look at some simple information. Yeah, London closes in 3 hours. That's correct. So this will be the last push for London. So over the next few hours, you're going to have that push. That's what I meant by the last run.
Yeah, based on volume and stuff.
That's right.
Because you, like yesterday, when the volume was kind of finished, you still got that huge move down, but that was news related. So. Because that was like 10. I think that was 10 p.m. my time.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, it was a really weird move. It was like
man.
5 p.m. our time, and I was like, "This is stupid. Why is it just suddenly reversing like crazy?"
same as when the actual election results are going to happen. That's going to be around that time, UK. So.
Oh wow, 143, 200.
Yeah, man.
That was my target right there.
Nice work.
Yeah, we got a lot of room to move for this end of push.
It's a
I'm
good
just
trade.
doing a runner right now.
I noticed 2 p.m. GMT candles reverse. What's your thoughts on this? I don't know what 2 p.m. GMT is, so I don't really care.
Oh, that's what now.
It's in
It's
10
like
minutes.
in 10 minutes.
10
it'll be
minutes,
2 p.m.
yeah. And we're gonna have the 4-hour close.
Might have to backtest that real quick. Yeah, it's a 4-hour close. It's probably a wick creation in that case. Not like a reversal.
One hour will close in 10 minutes. The next 1 hour candle should fill the candle to the left. Well, we hope so. We don't know. We'll see what happens, right? It's like, this is where, once again, it comes down to risk management and probability. That's it. My buy stop on gold got activated and I don't know what to do with it. Well, enjoy your account being ruined. Now you've learned a lesson. Improper planning of a trade.
Yeah, you should at least know when you should close this order if it's activated. Mahmoud Jamal.
That's funny. That's a good laugh. Well, the market's going to teach you a lesson, and now you will have learned.
Oh, how did GJ hit your stop? GJ hit stop loss at 16 pips. That went. Oh.
It must be short.
Yeah, it must be short.
And GJ's pulling back into that zone.
I closed everything on GJ.
I'm waiting to see how this last 5-minute candle reacts.
Like looking at the 4-hour, this is a strong zone here too. 143,
Yes.
150.
Yes, that's what I was looking at. I was hoping we'd get a little bit more push with this last 15-minute candle, but it doesn't look like it's doing much. So I'll wait to see how it closes.
What do you think about EU buy, guys? Well, Arthur Cartinet, you need to send a chart.
Why don't people read the damn instructions? It pisses me off so much that people can't read. It's So simple.
Yeah, it's like when you buy furniture from IKEA, you don't call IKEA to ask them how do I fix this.
Yeah.
You look at the manual. Man, when I had my buy stop on GJ, there were some haters here. They were saying, "Oh, it's gonna go down. What do you mean?" They just relax.
Say it, Rakeel. Say it.
It's a better idea to stay away from gold today with FOMC coming later on. Sure, that's what you want to do.
That's actually a very smart idea too. Like if you're new and you haven't really experienced FOMC and gold.
Yeah, just do what you believe is right for yourself. Like, I don't know why everybody needs opinions about, you know, financial management. You do what you're comfortable with. If you are comfortable trading with risk, trade with risk. If you're not comfortable, don't do it. You shouldn't have to ask somebody else's opinion. That's like saying, well, I like hamburgers. Should I go eat a hamburger? Yeah, go eat it. If you want to eat a hamburger, who cares? It's your comfort level, not my comfort level. Don't be hypocritical because it's easy for you. Well, no, it's not. It wasn't. Nothing's easy for me. It's just, it's a logical deduction. If it's cold outside, don't ask me to put on a jacket. Put a jacket on. Like, do you need me to do you need to turn around and say, yeah, if you're hungry, go eat? No, you just go eat. Like, I think a lot of people are too scared to do stuff for themselves, so they're looking for reassurance, and you're not going to get it here. Like, you have to basically take care of yourself. Does price give the hint of direction in the news prior to announcement timing? No, it doesn't. Look at it this way. If Forex was a solvable formula and we knew that something happened every single time there was an event or whatever it was, we wouldn't have to sit here and look at charts. We would just show up at like 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon and just click a button. So all these references and what if statements, they don't exist. There's no, does this always happen at this time? Does this always happen at that time? Then none of that stuff exists. So get that out of your mind very easily, like very quickly. Nothing is a constant in Forex. There's probabilities that we've seen things happen before, but there's no constants. So don't get trapped in this, oh, because it happened today, it's happening tomorrow. Don't get trapped into that idea.
See, for someone who's holding gold buys, for gold to go up, it needs to break above and close, I'd say 1468. Because that's your resistance right there. Let me just, yeah, right there. That's your resistance. You need to break and close above for continuation. I think Forex is like life. Yeah, Forex is like life. You know, like you can plan all you want, but it's gonna have its own plan for you.
Yep.
Yeah, every minute.
Why don't you swing trade? Because I like taking profits and calling it a day.
I like to sleep at night.
Yeah.
I used to be like that. I used to wake up and think, oh, I wonder. And then I knew it weren't for me.
I'd wake up after every hour and a half to check.
Yeah, I was constantly checking like on my phone or something. Yeah, it's never good.
Yeah, me too.
Cut that out, man. Big time. I know it works, but it's not for me.
It's very rare that you guys wait for a breakout candle or retest. How do you know when there won't be a retest? Or well, Chad, Birch, there are a lot of times where I wait for a break and retest, where price breaks a zone, comes down, creates a support, and we take a buy. But like based on experience, sometimes, you know, when you're trading volatile pairs like gold and GJ, there are no retests, you know, or there are no like opportunities. So At that point, you just got to take it as an impulse trade, and that comes with experience. Because think about it. You have guys here on the webinar who have been trading the same times, the same tears for the last 2 years straight every day. So that means they have a lot of experience in watching things. What's missing in Forex is what's been done here. Tough love and yeah, Mario said it right. This is all tough love and honesty. You know, like if people think that certain things we say it offends them, then you know, I mean that's totally fine.
I
But
could
it's
care less if I offend anybody. I don't give a
yeah,
shit.
exactly.
You're a fucking snowflake if you're offended by what I say. If I don't look at it this way, if I don't insult your family, I don't make fun of your family, I don't call your wife a loser, I don't say anything, you shouldn't be insulted.
Like seriously.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. Like
You know,
honestly.
like if I'm not insulting your family, don't be upset with whatever I say or do.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather somebody tell me the honest truth as opposed to just saying, "Oh, okay, whatever." Honestly,
Are you kidding me? I would rather have someone tell me to my face I'm a fucking idiot every day of my life, so that eventually I don't become a fucking idiot anymore. Like honestly, you know,
Yeah.
it wouldn't.
No,
it
it's
wouldn't.
true. Yeah, absolutely.
It wouldn't offend me at all. Like I wouldn't be offended at all, because at least I'm getting the straight goods from people.
Yeah,
like if I'm a dumbass, then I'm a dumbass, and I have to figure out how to fix myself.
Yeah, you have to ask yourself why. Why does people perceive you as being a dumbass? That's it.
And the problem is, I think people take constructive criticism as "quote unquote" hate. I've heard that from someone. It's like I almost lost it because it was just such a stupid assessment. You don't. If somebody's being critical of whatever it is that you're doing, and it's comes from a good place, not even necessarily they're being, you know, sugarcoating it, whatever. But I'm just saying, if they say it, and it's like, okay, well, this is what my assessment of you is, and it's constructive, then by all means use whatever cursor you got, you know, as long as the point is get across. But the second like somebody says, "Oh well, Ted, you're being an asshole," like, oh my god, I roll my eyes the second I hear stuff like that. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I find it funny.
God. Yeah,
I love
it's
when
funny
people
too,
get
yeah.
mad at me. They're like, "Oh, you why are you so arrogant? Why do you have such an ego?" I'm like, trust me, it's better to hear it from me and for you to be turned off by Forex than for you to go into the market and lose thousands of dollars thinking that you're better than the market.
Yeah.
So if I can scare the shit out of you and make you feel like crap and that you don't want to trade anymore, that's good, because you save your money.
Yep.
Like, I'm happy. I don't want you to spend your money in the market. Go spend it on like a bottle or go buy a hamburger. But man, life's going to be a lot harder than just the Forex market. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yes. Imagine trying to raise kids.
You know that film you said, Ted? Was it
Yes.
called The Family Man or Our Family Man?
The Family Man, yeah.
This is the one with Gerard Butler or Nicolas Cage?
No, it's Nicolas Cage, yeah.
That's probably what I fucked up. So I watched the other one last night, Gerard Butler, and I was like, man.
Is that the one where he has a Ferrari and he's a stockbroker?
Yes.
It's a good movie, that is.
It's a very good movie, yeah.
I watched the other one. He's like a headhunter guy, and that was good as well.
Yeah.
But
Which one was that one? The headhunter one.
But it's got the same name, but it's got Gerard Butler. It's a newer
Yeah,
one.
that's the one with Gerard Butler and Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, that was
okay. Nice.
I like that one. Yeah, I'll try and watch the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some life lessons in that film, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Wonderful Life. That's a fantastic movie.
Oh, It's a Beautiful Mind. That's my favourite. I like that one.
Miracle on 34th Street is a favourite of mine.
This time of year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just told people to watch The Family Man because I wanted them to realize that there's certain decisions that you're going to make in your life that can affect you, but what you may realize is what you think you need is not what you actually think you need. And that's what that movie teaches you. It basically shows him what he thought he wanted out of his life isn't what he needed.
Mm-hmm. Both these films sound very similar, actually. Because I haven't seen. It might be kind of a remake of the other one.
Yeah, I when I watched that movie, it's very interesting. I had a similar thing to that. One of my first girlfriends back when I was like 17, I had that moment where we basically went the fork in the road, and you always like wonder what if, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a good film. It's one of the best films I've seen for a long time, actually.
Yeah.
He definitely puts a few perspectives on things.
Where's Rygaf? He's dead.
All right. Someone sent a chart. Let's take a look here. Oh, nice buys on GJ. Very nice. The trick is to post it when you take a trade. That's the trick. But
that was
beautiful.
Actually.
Yeah. Rygaf died. He's dead. Feel free to donate to his funeral. God, people are so worried about everybody else. Fuck. I don't even worry where my high school friends are.
That's what though. When you get older, how many people do you actually keep in touch with from school? I've got about 3.
If I was so concerned about everybody else, I'd go like Looney Tunes.
Yep.
Honestly, the fact that everybody shows up to the stream and I still taught them, man, if people didn't show up, I wouldn't even be worried. I would just be like, oh, okay, they're not here anymore. That's cool. Oh, that's funny. All these people with the Torch account. So fucking dumb.
I think it's going to be another one.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
Someone will cotton on at some point and start watching this and copy. Now we'll end up being like a king.
Yeah, man. If I was on the Torch account, I would come to the streams every day and just copy all the trades these retards take on the stream.
Yep, I would do the same thing.
Retards as in us.
Yep.
You know.
But our guesswork is on point.
Yeah.
I can't believe every single person's failed that Torch account. I mean, and I can't believe I called it at the beginning, but I mean, it's just so sad. It's just, it's honestly, I feel like all we're doing is there's that big boss at the end of like one of those movies, and all we're doing is throwing people at him, and he's just squashing everybody one by one.
Yeah, but marketing-wise, that's horrible.
It is. It's horrible. I wouldn't want to take those courses. Everybody's
Yeah,
failing.
exactly.
Nobody knows how to trade.
Right, this pushes the whole 90% rule, doesn't it? So far.
And those are the best students, right?
Well, the last one was the best student he had.
Really.
I'm sorry, but like, jeez.
And now there's all these new rules coming out. Those rules should have been implemented from day one. That's just common trading 101. Have a journal, figure out how your risk management is, understand what you're doing. That's basic stuff, man. I've taught my dog how to do that stuff. We got to change things up. We got to watch people more. We got to figure out. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you should have been doing that for fucking day one.
Yeah. The last one was a student, and he got an A+ on his course. So I'm sorry, A+ blowing account in a week. Yeah, that's cool.
You can't blame market conditions and shit. It's just not good.
No, it's horrible. They all traded the exact same way. They opened up full lot positions on a $3,000 account, or half lot positions, which are over leveraged to begin with. They opened them up at wrong times in the market, when there was no volume, or it wasn't, or they were in like a pullback. They didn't understand how the market reacts at certain times. They were in the right positions, but then they didn't let the trades play out, or they were in the wrong positions and let them run. If you're looking for an entry with GJ, go above this current wick on the hourly. Put a buy stop and let it run up through it. If that's what you're really looking for.
Yeah, I think it's making some sort of a base here before the continuation.
Yep.
There's this clean candle here to the left.
Yep.
It rally, base rally.
Hey guys, with that buy stop, you wouldn't be concerned about that wick to the left, like 6 pips above it, or 6 pips above.
Well, the idea is when you have your support, you would be saying if you're looking for a buy stop here, you have to understand the tendencies with GJ. GJ will run anywhere from 10 to 20 pips in one candle, right? So you have to understand that. So if you're taking a buy stop, your buy stop is above here, and probably your stop loss is there. And then what you're looking for is this area to go up to here. This would be your risk. At this point, because we had such an impulse move here, the problem becomes how much are we going to range over here? And if we are ranging, are we going to dip down a little bit more before we go further back up? So you as a trader now have to determine what you project in this area is going to happen. And at this point, it seems like we're starting to do a little bit of a sideways movement. So now as this comes down, if we drop over to here, I'd be looking to take buys in this area here, knowing that we have momentum up based on overall trend. So that is how I would approach this. So if you're looking for another entry, you can definitely enter in this area here, but be aware that we could drop all the way back over to here and then swing all the way back up again. Similar to like what happened over here, right? So if you look at what happened here, you have this breakout, and then you have this whole pullback, and then basically a consolidation, then a break further up. So you have to understand that with GJ, that it's very wild. So as you're trading this area here, we can be in this for a while before it pops further up to this level here.
Because I've heard you say a lot of the times where like GJ will have a quick move and then kind of just stop. Now, at this point, would you ever look at like the 5 minute? Because I know a lot of the times you guys talk about the 5 minute.
Well, it depends on what your plan is. What's your plan for this trade? What are you looking to do, and where are you looking to execute, and how are you looking to execute? That's what it comes down to, right? It's not, do I look at 5 minute? Do I look at 15 minute? Do I look at hour? It's what is my risk? What am I where am I willing? How much am I willing to lose right now? If I look on the 5 minute chart, how much am I willing to lose at this point to come down to here? So it doesn't really matter what time frame you look at. It does as we start to creep up a bit, but right now it's hard for you to determine, hey, if we're moving in this direction, we're going up. Where do I want to take my entries? Because right now the higher time frames, these are the 15-minute time frames, are starting to reject a bit. So we might have a pull down, and then what you may find is the 5-minute candles here create this wick, and then start to creep up, and the 15-minute candle just flies back up again. So you have to be aware of that.
Yeah, because initially my my analysis was the zone that we're at currently. If we had a breakthrough there, I would have taken a buy up to at least those wicks to the left around like 143, 300. And I would either break even there and run it up to like 550, or I would have just secured profits there and went on with my day. But then, I mean, as we were talking about the buy stop, once I saw the 1 hour flip, I mean, I thought it looked pretty good, so I grabbed an entry there. So right now I have a runner just sitting here. So I was looking at the 5-minute, and I mean, I'm not like too confident on looking at the 5-minute, but it looks like it's creating like maybe some type of like
we're holding support, and the characteristics with GJ normally is after a breakout, the first half hour of GJ always goes bearish.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that we're just hanging around this area here, and I'm not too concerned. If towards the end of the hour we start going bearish even more, then I'll be looking to exit my position. But at this point, I'm not too concerned, because I know the first 15 to 25 minutes of the new hour for GJ, there's usually a pullback. So it goes in line with the way GJ and the tendencies that it has. After backtesting GJ for 2.5 years, those are little nuances that I find, and it's just like you just sit back and let it do its thing as we wait for it to move. The key is, if you're looking on the smaller time frames, as long as the support is holding, we should be good. And that's what's happening here. Going back to the simple wicks don't lie, each wick has formed a little bit higher, and we're starting to move in this direction. So this candle may be the breakout to move up here as soon as we get past this level here, which would then mirror this candle over here in this area. So we should be able to pull up.
Yeah, I was thinking if it broke the high on the 30 here to maybe grab like a re-entry with like a smaller lot, just with some of the profits. But then I was a little skeptical about those wicks that like that tap each other on the 1 hour.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with what's going on right now on the 1 hour, you can see we created a liquidity wick at the bottom. We're starting to pull up. The thing is, we're still in this zone over here, so we're gonna have to break through that zone. We're gonna have to break through this area here, which is gonna be a little bit tougher. But once we do, this is an easily achievable target. I assume that maybe it doesn't happen this hour. Maybe it might happen the next hour, where we just get a candle that straight blocks up. But you can see we're creating this support, which then when you go to the left, what you have is you have this liquidity area right here. So that's what's happening. That's why we're bouncing around. As you start to go further across, you can see where we are in liquidity right now. So we're in a huge zone. So what will happen here is you might find that there might be one more candle that pushes in here, and then we push out of that zone. Similar to what happens over here, right? You can see we had multiple times where we pushed in. Same thing over here, multiple times to push up. Same thing over here, we had multiple times before we broke out. So it's just common with this pair because of the amount of wicks it has, and you have to then manage your trade accordingly. So if I'm in this trade right now, my stop loss is over here, and I have to accept the fact that there could be a point where this candle whips right back down and knocks me out, or I move my stop loss to break even now, and I accept the fate that GJ is either going to run a train all the way up, or it's going to knock me out. And GJ has similar characteristics of gold in the sense that when it runs hard, you get a nice big move, but you'll get stopped out 8 or 9 times before you actually get that big move. So you have to get used to that and not holding GJ are holding gold trades in massive drawdowns, because when it goes the opposite way, it's just going to destroy your account for no reason. When you could easily just take a break-even loss, or not a break-even loss, but a break-even close, and be like, cool, I'll try and re-enter again at another point.
Yeah.
Because now at this point, like as example, like Raja, like he entered, say, over here as an example, right? His stop loss can be right here, and now he's weathered this area here to go all the way up to this point here, and he'll make it there. And then what'll happen is it'll bounce around here, but then what you can do is you can now move your stop loss over to here and let it do all this crap, and that's how you manage GJ as it starts to move in that direction, because you have all this clear movement here. And that's what you'd be doing. You'd be managing your trade. Every sort of roadblock on the smaller time frames, you would start to move your stop loss, so you're not putting yourself in a position where you take a loss. You may get stopped out, and then it may continue to move harder on you, but the thing is, you're not taking losses. That's the biggest thing, and that's an ego thing, because a lot of people will sit here and say, well, you know, like, I want a 200 pip trade on GJ or 100 pip trade on GJ. Those are unicorn trades. They rarely happen, but when they do, they're easy to manage. In this case here, this trade can run if this 15-minute candle or this hour candle really starts to move. Yeah, we can definitely get a run up to over here, and everybody that got in over here can say, hey, listen, I can move my stop, like say over here as an example. So not over here, but you know, my stop loss can be right over here now. This can be my stop loss, and now I can let whatever happen up here happen. But then it can then continue all the way up to like 550, 600, and you've got a good trade at that point.
Yeah, I'm just running my my stop losses under the previous 15s as it goes up.
Yeah, and what you may do is as soon as we get high enough, you start putting them underneath the previous hour.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of go from like a 15 to a 30-minute move like that.
So when would you start doing that, as like hours go by and when you're in?
It'd be more of how we are in the session. So right now we've got this, we're still coming towards the North American Open, so there's going to be a volume push in for the market. And then when you have London close, as we go to London close, volume should push us all the way up to here. We should fill this area through London close, and then at that point I'll evaluate what the chart dynamics look like. So if this becomes a breakout candle and we pop up to here, I know there's going to be consolidation over here before we break up a little bit more. I might move my stop loss to be maybe over here, so I can allow
for
it
like
to
more wiggle room.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're always going to have a little bit of a dodgy start to this one, because it's the start of the 4 hour as well.
Right.
So it's always going to just knock around a bit.
Yeah, and as we start to break above 200, and once we get into 300, you'll find that it'll be a little bit smoother.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited if we get there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if we can break the 300 by the end of this hour, I'll be very happy.
Yeah.
But I mean, it bounces around like crazy. So. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to reduce. I think we're reducing leverage on Trader's Domain tomorrow too.
I got an email yesterday that my gold leverage went up actually over the week at the start of the month, which is interesting.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to reduce. We got the call this morning. I was on the call with the LPs. Everybody's hunkering down again for the elections. So
I was gonna say that based on the election stuff.
Yeah. That's why I was busy this morning talking to all the LPs, and we were on a conference call.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. It's so funny when you get on the phone with the banks, and they're like, "Yeah, we're reducing leverage left and right because we don't want any fuckers making money tomorrow." I'm like, "Okay,
well,
cool."
That's the game. That's the game. So to be expected. They've got their own interests.
Yeah, it's so funny though, because they're like blatantly honest. They're like, nope, there's like nobody making money tomorrow. If they're gonna make money, it's gonna cost them. I'm like, all right, cool.
That's it. Does that affect you? Well, not personally, but business-wise, does that?
Not really, because people still try and trade, and then they have no leverage, and then they over-leverage their account trying to catch bigger moves, right? So
yeah, I see.
It just hurts them. Banks love this kind of volatility. They love this stuff.
Yeah, I Oh, hey, the screen's gone.
No.
I've got a massive picture of Ted. Uh-oh.
Oh, there we go. Can you post some webinar about micro and macroeconomic on YouTube? Fujiwara, you can actually go on YouTube and search. Actually, I can do that right now for you. Macroeconomics. Holy cow, it's the first thing that pops up. There you go.
Is she still in GJ?
Yep. Just hanging around.
I've been in for a while now, mate. I'm gonna be holding this.
I got in at the very bottom, huh? Like 10 hours ago.
Nah, dude, to be honest, I had a really good entry that stopped me out at just under 90. Well, 900, sorry. But that stopped out at break even, which was annoying. But as Ted said, that kind of happened.
Yeah. That's what happened to me.
Yeah, and then I've got another now, so I'm about just under 20 pips.
Nice.
So I hope if I can.
Andy, Castor, yeah, I just want to quickly address this situation with the voting that's coming up Thursday. Get your ass down there and everyone vote for Labour. Astor, yeah. And these gondos that are voting for Conservatives.
Chris, what did you say your end target was?
Take that. I mean, uplift to tomorrow. Don't vote for these nasty bastard Conservatives.
I was looking at 844 as an overall target for potentially this week. But that's what I said. That's based on long-term stuff. That's not necessarily what's going to happen today. But that would have been more.
You don't see 550.
Sorry.
You don't see 550 happening, Chris?
Yeah. I mean, I was just basing it on if I was entering around 43. 350 would have been plenty. That's not my target. It's not. I don't need to be getting 50 pips. I'm not that worried. But I mean, the target for the week, what I set out on Monday, would have been about 840.
So where did you get that number from?
Just looking on the daily and the weekly, just looking at kind of resistance levels and previous support. Did I send you a chart? I can't remember.
Me?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
You sent me one.
Oh, did I? I sent you one.
Yeah, you sent me like 2 or 3.
Yeah. That's the same. It's kind of all the same like zones and levels from I was looking at from in October, November before that. So it's just gradually getting up there bit by bit. And like Ted said yesterday, we could have actually been trading this from like 39 or something, just buying them from there.
Oh, that's where it broke out of that range there on the weekly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see the bottom of it.
Yeah, so you see you kind of got like a little consolidation, then you've got a break, and it's I think 2 candles now. This is the third, I think, if I remember.
Imagine that.
So it needed to come down, for me, my opinion, weekly needed to come down a little bit to gain a little bit of momentum to continue, and it kind of did. So yeah, just patience.
Looks like we're holding that daily level too.
Yeah, that was the important thing for me. If this ends up being like a rejection close above kind of yesterday, before the elections and stuff, I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing. I'm not sure. Might be kind of pricing stuff in, or not sure. Wait and see.
I think yesterday's wick is we're going to return to that.
Yeah, that's kind of what my original plan was.
Yep.
That'll be the return tomorrow in the election.
Do you think? Yeah, I didn't know whether whether we could potentially get near that. We'll get a bit more of a pullback tomorrow, and then a bigger push, and then we'll get back into the 44s, which.
Yep. That's exactly what the market's setting up for right now.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. So It's just
Yeah, there'll be a pullback because obviously they'll have to absorb the information into the election, and then at that point there will be stability brought back to the pound because now they'll have the proper sort of, I guess, parliament to work and do things.
Yeah.
I think at that point then we get the move that we need.
Yeah, because I think when we can get some decisions made.
GJ over the long-term trend is down. I don't know, Daniel, what time frame you're looking at or what trend you're looking at.
Long-term downtrend, but you must be looking over months. But currently it's
just need and resistance at current levels. What levels are you looking at? No specifics, just random comments. It's cold outside.
It's wet.
It's wet. It's wet and cold outside.
Don't
know how cold, don't know how wet. It's just there.
Do I need a boat or a coat?
Exactly. Look at the link.
What link? Oh no, we can't have links. You have to send the what are they called? Numbers.
Yeah, Daniel, if you did that amazing analysis, I think you could do half of that analysis on the stream and you will know how to send the chart.
Dang.
That's true though. I mean, like, people just don't want to listen.
Ooh, 9:30. Time is getting close.
About to go out, I think.
To go gym time.
Scott actually posted a chart. So Raja will be able to look at Scott's chart.
Scott posted a chart. Yeah, I think Scott needs to provide more information.
What do you think about gold hitting this zone before end of day? Yeah, I mean, it is going to hit that zone. We have bullish movement, and then you have an arrow pointing down. So
yeah, calling tops. Yep, that's how you do it in trim. Always call tops. Always make money.
the I think you might push up a little bit. You're already in that zone technically. If you look at the way you marked up your chart, you're already in that zone. So you didn't get to where you need to get to.
Self-medicating is not good.
Hey, they're Tic Tacs. Leave me alone. It's the only delicious thing I get for 17 weeks.
You're hitting it hard now. Now you're back.
Yep. Finally back home from all these stupid ass vacations. I got some structure in my life again.
Dude, the vacations are good. They look good.
I don't like just not having like a plan each day or not like being productive. I don't like just doing nothing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You just miss your chart work. That's what.
Yeah. The chart, the gym, the food.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose when you go from having like a routine with gym and then just not doing it for a week or two, that's a big thing.
Yeah, it throws me off because like in the mornings I get up, I eat, I trade, I eat again, go to the gym, do some group stuff, work, and just do it all over again. And it's just Like I know exactly what I'm doing. Like, okay, this time I do this, but on vacation it's like, okay, what are we doing? Are we doing this? Are we doing that? Am I sleeping all day? It's just not a fan.
There's that second half of the hour.
Yep. It's gonna continue.
Yep, yeah, I got in on that last 15-minute candle.
Oh, good work.
It made a higher high and a higher low. So I was like, I'll risk 3 pips. 20.
For everyone who's new, they're coming in the stream. I don't know whether you guys have eyes closed or I don't know what the fuck is going on, but people still complaining that they're sending charts, this and that. So, I mean, I don't understand why you guys can't see how to send the chart. It's just so unreal. I can't believe it. You know, like since August, we've been doing the streams, and okay, so this is where you come on when you come to the live streams, right? It says live, it's streaming, you scroll down, and oh wow, look, here it says the time when they are. And okay, pause this. And then it says watch this before the live stream rules. So obviously, if I'm going to come in this live stream, I'm going to click on this to see what the rules are. You know? And even then people say, oh, I don't know how to send a chart. Like, for fuck's sakes, man. It's all right over here. And then they say, what brokers I use? Well, if you go down, these are the brokers. Traders Domain, and then there's Black Bull Markets. And then here's another thing where you can buy Bitcoin. Like, wow, man. And then they say, oh, we're so rude. I mean, how can you expect us to be like, man?
Sorry, GJ.
Yes.
Yeah, we know GJ was going to do that. I told you 10 minutes ago. Was gonna do that. Why are you so surprised?
I wasn't here 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I said the last half of the hour. Last half of the hour.
I knew it was going up, but yeah.
Yeah, you
I
said
knew it
that
would go
15,
up.
20 minutes. First
Yeah,
15, 20 minutes it retraces and then it moves.
Yeah, so there's your 10 pips. Close your trade. Enjoy your day.
Thank you, Ted.
CR7 sent a chart, Raja, and so did XGAE and the trade scalper. Holy cow, we got 3 charts to look at. That's great.
That's also the touch of them candle where the candle wicks meet, just so you know. That we did mention.
Yeah, I don't like that chart. How can you see the candles?
Yeah, you can't see the candles. Like, look at this chart.
That's snake, though.
And look at this chart.
I need to understand the snake a bit more.
Oh, gold. Yeah, but I wouldn't. Okay, so your issue here, and this is what a lot of people make mistakes on, or I think are errors, is why is this a zone but this not a zone? Right? So that's where I have problems, because even if it does break up, you still have to go through all this. So maybe your zone should be basically all of this. And then you're taking buys if we break above this area here. I think that's a bigger thing that people need to watch out for.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna head out. I've got stuff to do. So.
All right. Take care.
Yeah, nice one, boys. See you later, one.
See you later, Chris.
Oh yeah, we saw this chart before. This one.
Yeah. All right. There you go. See, people post charts, and Black Box. I sense an excellent Bitcoin chart over there. It's rough. So you can see GJ did exactly what we said it was going to do. We're on our way to 400. So if you took the trade, like the stream, send me some money. I'm poor. Thanks for
I
the
think we're on
trade.
our way to 550.
For
I
the
think we're on
trade.
our way to 550.
Yep. That's where I have actually have a take profit at like what is it here? 657.
Ooh, nice.
Yep. Yeah, I got a box at 550 to 662.
What's my BTC wallet? How's the torch guy doing? Yeah, he's dead. Torch guy got extinguished. GJ make a new high? Well, I mean, this hour candle's pushing, so you might find that this hour candle will finish up around 300 or so, and then the next hour candle will continue. Do you trade the binary of this pair? I don't know. Analysis on point as usual. Yeah, I mean, okay, so let's like go into my brain for a second here, and let's just figure out what I did, right? So when we look at this, these are sort of 2 points of interest that I have. Okay, so you know, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this candle's here and this candle's here, right? And then what I'm looking at is I'm just breaking everything up into boxes, right? So we have a box here. We talked about a box here, and then you had the box here, right? So now knowing that, oh, there we go. It's a bigger push than I expected. Knowing that this area here mirrored somewhat over here, we know that eventually this is going to have to continue all the way up based on what's happening here. Because think about it this way. You had a bunch of people get on price and drive price this way, right? Eventually we have to have price go back that way. And then it comes down to, okay, well, how do you turn around and map that out? Well, we know that when we look at the time of these trades, we're in the most opportune time because we're in the New York London New York London cross, and we also know that this candle here is representative of the New York Stock Exchange Open. So we know that volume's being pushed into the market again, right? So this over here was just all pullbacks to get further up. And now that we have this liquidity over here again, that gives us our second run. Similar to how this area over here, this highlighted area here, this box, gave liquidity for us to go up with this candle here. So now we had this area and we had this area here. The thing is now when you start to see this rejection here, start to look left and start to see where those rejection areas are. And now this is how you can turn around and map your trade. And you can say, hey, because we start to tap into this area over here, maybe it's a good time for me to close, or now what I can do is I can secure my profits, say maybe over here. And now my profits are secured and I don't care what happens, because we know that as we hit particular zones, there's going to always be a little bit of a rejection. And when you see those little bits of rejection, that's where now you make a decision, right? So that's what I do every time we come up to this area over here, because it matches up over here. I have to make a decision. So I have to think, okay, where are we in session? Still good in NY or USA, late London. So based on what have we seen previously, e.g. how big has the moves been in the last 2-3 hours? Where are we at in the major, in the key levels, looking at 4-hour daily? And that's how I evaluate, right? So when you turn around and you look at this information, you say to yourself, okay, well, is this a good place to take profit? Yeah, maybe it is, or maybe it's good to move your stop loss a little bit so that if it does pull back, you've gotten profit. But more importantly, what's happened in the last couple hours? We had this huge push up, right? We had another huge push up over here. So now when we look at this, are we tapping out for the rest of the day, right? That's sort of what you have to think about, is like, okay, are we done for the rest of the day? Or is this going to continue to go up? This is the decision you have to make. So if I believe that we're going to pierce this zone at 400, if I believe we're doing that, then I'm comfortable and I move my stop over to here and I say, okay, let the trade run. If I'm not comfortable with it being pierced at 400, I say, okay, I'm going to take my profit over here and call it a day. And I don't care how much further up we go. Like, it's irrelevant at that point. That's how you have to manage these trades, and this is how you have to manage your own trading skill set and say, hey, I'm comfortable because I basically grabbed this whole candle here, and now I don't care what happens over here. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. It's the same concept, Nazim. It's the same idea. Like, you know, you're mirroring candles and you're going with momentum. Who's talking? Drop your YouTube link. Yep, you have it right here because you're on the channel. I come on this channel and talk.
Did someone in the YouTube chat say that?
Yep.
Oh, they must really be confused. Oh, I thought we just had an hourly close. I didn't know we still got 15 more minutes. Oh, shit.
Yep.
That makes me feel better.
Oh, sorry, Damien. It's just basically looking at where we are to the left, where we are, what's happened previously, how much of a push we've had previously, and where we are at the current set, like the daily levels or the 4-hour levels. That's all I was talking about.
Got about 10 pips till TP.
Yeah, we should get it if this 15-minute candle holds.
Yeah, I'd like to see it hit that 400 level, and then I'm going to close and let the runner do its thing till that daily wick fill. I mean, even the 5-minute low is holding.
This is the point on GJ where you should be securing profits, putting stops at break even, because now we're entering the end of the clean candle and in some sort of a consolidation area. What's this here? Oh, Anthony sent a chart. Will be a potential target. Oh, nice buy from down there on the 1 hour.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty
Shitty
good.
markups.
Yeah, it's still pretty good. This would be, I'd be careful with this one, this buy over here, because this I think is a late entry.
I already have that break even. I'm
Oh,
sitting
okay.
at 5 pips profit.
Oh, perfect. It's pretty good. Oh, someone caught this bias here. Very nice. Alright guys, I'm gonna head off.
Yep.
Yeah, take care everybody.
Have a good one.
Yeah, take care. Oh, actually, I'm gonna wait till like this hour closes. I want to see how this closes.
Yeah, I think we're running into this zone. This zone over here we're running into. So I wouldn't be surprised if it rejects.
Yeah.
So we have to break through that.
Are you doing FOMC? No, no FOMC stream. I'm gonna be busy.
Hey, quick question regarding that zone that you just marked up, Ted. So if I have it at break even and I'm, about like 7-8 pips in profit, and it's gonna be the end of the hour, you think at that point you should just take it? If you don't want to, might as well just take the profits.
I don't know. Are you comfortable taking profits? Is that what you want?
Yeah, I don't know if I really want to sit here for another hour.
There's your answer.
Yep.
There you go.
It's all about just making a decision.
Yes, those wicks are just taunting me.
Yep. That's what sometimes I do. I just close right now and be like, hey, if it shoots up another 20, 30 pips afterwards, I don't care. It's just at the time, that was my best decision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because logically speaking, it came to where we wanted it to come to. Now, if you wanted to move it up a little higher and you want to sit around, then that's something called like, oh yeah, I want to see if I can get greedy a little bit.
So extra 2 pips always got you.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you watch the retrace.
Yeah, like I locked in enough already, so I'm letting this run. My stop loss now is at 143.230, so I'll just let it run. There you go, GJ's popping. There we go. 320. What are your thoughts, sir?
I thought we were going up. No.
Well, that was a good push from 143. We had the buy stop and then continuation.
Yep, very good trade, and it should continue. And next hour, we should push.
Hopefully the next 6 minutes.
Oh, gold. Wait for close. Wow, gold is really finessing people here.
Yeah, because they're trading before FOMC. Natural gas, Carthy, Lashman. I'm not even bothering. I'm just gonna. No point. Remember how far you guys came? Yeah, we didn't come far by asking stupid questions. We came far by asking following directions.
You can't ask the right question without asking a stupid one, though.
But you know what? When Rakeel was in my first group, there was we never had dumb questions like this. We never had stupid questions like this. It was just like everybody was on point. Like everybody was paying attention because they realized how important it was to not screw around to lose money.
Is there a difference between a stupid question and how can I word this? A inexperienced question?
Well, inexperienced questions most of the time are questions people just are too lazy to look up. Any question that you
true.
have, you can look on the charts, and most of the time the answer is there. But what people don't want to do is people don't want to make their own decisions. They want someone to say if they're right or wrong. And that's the wrong approach to trading. You have to get used to your own risk tolerance and your own ideas. What you need to do after the fact is when you have a base or a rough draft of all your ideas, is then bounce them off people. Because trying to formulate ideas without having done it yourself first sets yourself up for failure, because all you're doing is you're saying, well, Ted, what do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do this? If you actually go experience it and come back and say, hey, this is what I've noticed over the last 3 times, here are my charts, there's a better discussion for you, because you've already experienced it. And now what you're looking to do is you're looking to refine that, instead of having someone regurgitate information to you when you haven't experienced it, because all that'll happen is, okay, now what about this? What about that? Whereas a lot of times you will have already experienced it and you'll be like, oh yeah, I saw that happen already. That's a good point. I forgot about that.
It's spoon-fed syndrome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with this live stream, it's really easy to sit there and think all your questions will be answered, or you'll get everything out of it, rather than taking the time to see what you guys see.
It can be enabling.
Yeah.
Well, I think also too, it's just, I think people are chasing money and they don't actually want to trade. There's people here, I know, I look on the YouTube chat, I can point out people that will never be good traders. It's just because they're concerned about so many other variables that just don't matter. Like here's, what's your spread in GJ and pips? Who gives a fuck? What's the difference? Like that's irrelevant to my trading. I don't even know what the spreads are on other people's brokerages or what people are doing. I just look at what I'm doing and I map out a trade according to that information that I have in front of me based on my charts. I just, it's sad. There's so many questions and so many things here that are just useless. They're absolutely useless to your learning. Who cares what the spread is on GJ? What you should be caring about is, am I creating profitable ideas and then saying, okay, what makes sense for me doing that? Half the people here don't even know how much GJ moves. If I asked people here the average pips for GJ, no one would be able to tell me. I guarantee you there'd be 3 people that would probably give me a random answer, but nobody's gone into that detail. Nobody knows why GJ does what it does. Like there's so many questions that can be answered based on the charts that will help you more than knowing what broker do you use, what's your spread, are we in buys or sells? Like it's just sad, and people think they're going to turn around and make money, and then they're like, well, I don't understand why this is happening.
Well, I know initially when I started watching the live streams, I mean, you tell yourself you're not necessarily watching it for signals, but it's kind of like it's signals, right, to an extent. But I think the problem is a lot of the stupid questions derive from, say Raja calls a trade or someone calls a trade and they get a good entry, but by the time you go to enter, you're already getting like 5-6 pips above where Raja entered, so he's able to put his break even earlier. And when he closes out a trade, he loses 3 pips, whereas someone loses 6 or 7, and then they get all confused about not getting the same entry as anyone that's calling the trade. And then it just comes along with not being able to see why they took that trade or why they exited that trade or why you lost a lot more than whoever took that trade did.
Yep. I agree. I 100% agree.
Everyone wants to learn on their own.
Yeah, I got it from personal experience. And once I joined, I realized, like, I mean, not all the time, but a decent amount of times I'm starting to see exactly what you guys see. And it's like super enlightening, and it makes trading 10 times easier because you're actually getting a good entry where you can actually break even early. So if the market just does what the market does, you're still fine at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean,
And then you have your own confidence in the trade too.
yep. I just feel a lot of people are trading and they don't know why they're trading. Like here as an example, this is a perfect example here. We called the trade. We told you exactly what you need to do. You're taking buys above this area above this box. Your stop loss is below this area. So at this point, like you would have been profitable and you would not have had a drawdown at that point. You would have just basically smashed through your trade, your entry, and you would have come up over here, and now your stop loss would be below this current wick here. And then you would have been like, okay, if it continues to move up, that's great. But if not, then I still have a profitable trade.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a lot to do with the money aspect, and I don't think people realize like compound interest and consistency. Like even if you're making $5 a day, if you're consistent for the entire month, you know, it's a lot more every day, and it's a lot more in accumulation rather than, you know, just $5 a day.
Yeah, but I mean, if you really wanted a GJ trade, this was your trade. Your trade was basically this entire area here, this entire trade. The one that Raja called out right from here all the way up to here. That was your trade.
Yeah, but then people miss it, and then they start chasing, and then chasing, you know, loses.
Exactly.
Yeah, I missed the first one. Closed out early on my first entry. It pushed up, and then I just waited for that next pullback and bullish candle. Pretty simple. You just gotta not. When people see it move, they're like, "Oh my god, I'm missing the move," but it's just setting up, telling you where it's going. You're not missing anything.
People look for things that aren't supposed to be seen, and don't see things that are supposed to be seen.
Yeah, they make it complicated.
All right, everybody, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna go do some legs today.
Have fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some legs today.
Good luck, man.
Yes, sir. Take care.
You too, bro.